All right, let's get into WWF Raw is War, November 29th, 1999.
Why are you a thorn in my fucking eye?
The war is still going on. WWF versus WCW, and I guess ECW.
Yes, you know what,
ECW,
James, I respect
right?
you for bringing up ECW. I mean, first of all, shouts out Tommy Dreamer. Second of
That's
all,
true.
shouts out Dixie Carter.
Yeah, thank you, Dixie. Thank you, Dixie.
Yes. So the war is, well, I guess you can call it a war. If you
War.
when you hear these numbers, I don't know if you're gonna think it's a fucking war. But
Let's hear.
that.
Let's see what you got going on here.
All right. So this edition of Monday Night Raw did a 6.5, which is
Absurd.
unbelievable. Really, that
That doesn't even sound possible in today's television. Even like
yeah.
the Olympics, I don't even thought. What did the Olympics? I don't even remember. Anyway,
I don't even
Go
know.
on.
But 6.5, unbelievable. We're going to talk about the show here in a minute. WCW Nitro for that same night. I'm going to go over the results first, and then I'll tell you the rating, and you tell me if it feels right.
Okay.
WCW Nitro, November 29th, 1999, opened with World Tag Team title match, creative control of Gerald and Patrick. It's Ron and Don Harris. Okay, weird. With Kurt Hennig, beat Booker T and Buff Bagwell in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match, Juventud Guerrera defeats Jushin Liger in 5 minutes and 31 seconds. Liger was the champion. Yeah, Liger was the champion. So.
Juventud is IWGP.
Yeah.
Was this the? I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I remember at some point WCW made a switch on a title, and
It might have been this one.
yeah, New Japan.
I
was
think
like,
I do
"What
remember
are you
that."
Doing?
Yeah. Maybe you can look while I read the rest of it. I think that you might be
Yeah.
right.
Well, Hoovy won the belt here, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long he holds it for, though.
Yeah,
Or
he might actually just toss it right back.
Yeah, I was going to say, they might strip it, if anything.
Yeah.
WCW United States Heavyweight title, no disqualification match. Scott Hall versus Sid Vicious went to a no contest.
That's like every.
Okay, hold on.
In 3 minutes.
Hold on. Okay, so
You got it?
Juventud Guerrera defeated Juice and Thunder Liger on November 29, 1999, and
Yes.
on December 6, 1999, when Liger retrieved the championship by defeating Guerrera's stand-in, Psychosis.
What?
Of course, his
So he
championship
beat-
stand-in.
He beat Psychosis to win the title back.
What the fuck does that mean? A stand-in?
Yeah, you heard
He
him.
you just let him defend it for him?
Yeah, that's awesome. Why
Apparently
don't wrestlers do
that's
that more?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Defending the WWF Championship tonight by way of Big Show, Triple H.
Oh, so Guerrera had a fractured right arm.
Oh.
So Hoovy had a bad arm. So
we're just going to pretend that this is Hoovy. Here's Psychosis.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Steel cage match, Jerry Only with Vampiro. That is correct. Jerry Only,
Jerry Only.
from the Misfits.
Jerry Only.
Defeated Dr. Death with Oklahoma.
No, son of a bitch.
What the fuck is this
What
show?
the fuck? That was also 2.5 minutes long.
They
by the
set up
way.
a cage for that for 2 minutes.
And Jerry only won. WCW World Title match, no disqualification, by the way. Bret Hart defeats Meng in 7 minutes. That actually sounds sweet. WCW World Title #1 contender 3-way match. Chris Benoit beats Jeff Jarrett and Sting in 4 minutes.
They were running
Alright.
Benoit and Jarrett a lot around this point. I actually think they have
Yeah.
a pay-per-view match coming up.
You're probably
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Singles match. Goldberg defeats Kevin Nash in under 2 minutes.
Kevin Nash
you
won't
go.
work tonight, brother.
Here you go, James. This is for you. Mud wrestling match.
Oh.
Miss Elizabeth versus
Hell.
Rhonda Singh and went to a no
Yeah.
contest. You will recognize Rhonda Singh as someone fucking else. Who the fuck was she
Who the
in
hell are you?
WWF?
Bertha Faye.
Bertha Faye, Tony.
Oh, wow.
Bertha-
Okay, wow. How'd you know that?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Do you know who Barbara Bush is, Tony?
You talking about Miss BB? Of course.
Right, that's what our friends call her. You can
The
always
show is
call
not
me
over.
BB.
That surprisingly was not the main event. Singles match. The Wall with Berlin defeated Jerry Flynn. Not Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn wrestled on the show?
Jerry Flynn. Totally
Jerry
different guy.
Flynn.
Kurt Hennig beat Midnight by DQ in 3 minutes. That
Wait,
was
Midnight?
the woman that was with Booker T.
Okay.
And what the fuck? Tag team steel cage triple threat match. Bret Hart and Benoit beat Goldberg and Sid Vicious and Nash and Hall.
Sick. How long was that one?
8 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
They were
it's
working
shockingly.
tonight.
Okay, I have a couple questions.
What
Why
is
did they
going-
run 2 steel cage matches, and why did Goldberg defeat Kevin Nash earlier in the night, and then they just have a tag match later in the night?
I don't
And
really know
Chris
what's
Benoit
going on.
wrestled already against Ming.
Dude, everyone in that match wrestled already,
Sid
except
Vicious
Sid.
wrestled Scott Hall earlier.
Oh yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah, all these guys wrestled already. Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
There must have been an angle, and they said, "Hey, we got to use that cage. We're not only getting 3 minutes out of that cage."
Yeah.
Okay, so
All
the
right.
Scott Hall Sid Vicious one went to a no contest, so I'm assuming
Yes.
that went into this cage thing. I don't. That would be my booking, but
Those
probably
were all.
not actually.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Tony, if you had to guess, what is the rating for this Nitro?
8, 9, 9,
82.
10? Probably
Yes.
a 10. A 10.
82?
Yeah, 82.
Wow.
No, this Nitro did a 3.1. So
4.7?
3. Yes, James, correct. 3.1.
Wow.
ECW November 26th, 1999, just a few days before these shows aired. We have an ECW World Title match. RVD defeats CW Anderson. There you go, James. That's your boy.
Yeah, Carolina
in
guy.
5 minutes, 55 seconds.
The Extreme Horseman.
And he also defeats Sabu in 6 minutes and 51 seconds right after. Interesting. Little Guido defeated Super Crazy. And in the main event, Rhino and Just Incredible and Lance Storm defeated Raven, the Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer in 6 minutes.
Wow.
That sounds like the
okay.
same 6-man they ran a million times.
Yeah, we just watched that match,
Yeah.
I feel like, except Spike Dudley was in it or something, right? Yeah.
Just switch out the one guy.
And that show did a 1.1 on TNN.
1 point. Wait. Huh?
Yeah. They are
Like
elite
modern,
in the ratings.
Like
yeah.
AEW. One,
yeah, that's a very elite rating, I'd have to say.
What
yeah.
the hell? What?
It just goes to show you how weird, how completely. I mean, even you look at TNA's ratings. Even 10 years after that, they were getting the same
Right.
ratings. Everyone's like, "Damn, this company's trash." AEW
Yeah.
gets a 1.1. Oh my god, fuck WWE.
That's so
Yeah.
wild to think about. I would never watch ECW back then, because it was on
Why?
Friday night. What time was it on? It was on Friday at 9.
I feel like it was
or-
late, yeah.
Like, who
10 or
watches
something.
wrestling at Friday night at 9 o'clock? What the hell?
Okay, and
Well,
you
especially
guys
10.
forgot about the next part of the war. So The Simpsons was on November 28th,
Whoa,
1999.
Oh god, no,
Yes,
bro,
that's
not
right.
the Simpsons.
Season 11 of The Simpsons here. We got November 28th, 1999, an 8.9 rating for The Simpsons. The Simpsons wins again. It was
Damn.
the Take My Wife's Sleeves episode where Homer wins a Harley Davidson motorcycle and starts his own biker gang, naming
Oh
it
my
the Hell's
God.
Satans. But of course, there's already a Hell's Satans gang, so hey,
Oh
there's
my
some
God.
problems over here.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
baby.
Whoa.
The
Wrestling's
Simpsons
in the
win
mud.
again. Damn, it feels good to be a Simpson.
Damn, I feel good to simp. But yeah, hey, hold on now, Tony. You're not getting away from this. Why the hell didn't you watch ECW?
Because ECW was just not as cool as the WWF back in the day. I mean, I even got
That's
invited to a
fucked up.
party back in the day. Like
A party?
because I was like, what was I, 12, 13 years old, something like that.
No,
So there was like
no
these,
way.
these boy-girl parties.
32, at least.
Boy-girl parties, back in the day. You ever go to a boy-girl party? You know all about that? What you know about that? What you know about that?
Hold on.
All right, so
Yeah, I remember
so,
this, Tony.
dude,
What?
So I gotta
There's so much
listen.
going on. All right.
Listen, stop.
What are
Let
you
me tell my
saying?
story.
Hammer time.
There was a boy.
are you
Okay,
saying?
I know you never got invited to a boy girl party because you ain't that kind of guy.
Hey, you're just not that guy, pal.
So it was on. I don't remember what paper it was, but it was ECW one, and I was like, "Fuck, that sounds so dumb. I hate ECW. I did not like ECW." So I didn't go to the
Chad,
boy
Tony.
girl. I didn't go to the boy girl party, and then to come to find out that it was real weird, and they ended up beating up one of our friends and powerbombing him through a table while all the girls sat in the back and were like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's
And-
awesome.
The more that you confess on this show about your childhood, the more I'm concerned and how you made it this far. Whether it's the Brood entrance with the wine glass or whatever the fuck, the feet, or this party.
Listen,
What
my
the fuck
elementary
is
school was
going
full
on?
of it. We had two groups in elementary school. We had the DX,
Where was the
and
party
then
held?
At one of the kids' house.
Their parents said, "Come over and watch ECW WrestlePalooza."
At the 2300
Well,
Arena.
Yeah. Well, I went over. The first ever pay-per-view I saw was WrestleMania 14 at one of my friend's house. His parents ordered
I
it.
feel like
even
that's different than a boy
even though
and
it's
girls
X-rated.
party at ECW.
You just don't
And then-
understand how popular ECW was at this
at the
point.
WrestleMania party. Dude, listen. At the WrestleMania
You
party.
weren't at the boy girl party.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a boy girl party? I did not think so.
You're right. Sorry, I
you weren't
apologize. I apologize.
At the WrestleMania party, actually the kid's mom. Okay, so different story. The kid who hosted the ECW party got dropped off at the WrestleMania party before the ECW thing. His mom was driving him up, and his mom goes, "Shawn Michaels gonna kick Stone Cold's ass," and that was the story. And she was a big Shawn Michaels guy.
She's fucking wrong.
Person. And she was
What'd
wrong.
she know? Yeah.
And she did not know. And she let her son have an ECW party. So you know what?
Yeah, she's probably watching NXT now too.
Oh yeah. So there's a whole bunch of crazy.
Holy shit.
My
That's
elementary
awesome,
school was
man.
wild. We had two groups.
I'm
we
jealous.
had DX and we had the NWO in school. And
What were you in?
well, we were in DX and we would tell everyone to go suck it.
What did the NWO people say?
Well, they were just the people
Fuck
that
you.
weren't cool. They were the ones that weren't cool
Fucking
enough
hell.
to get in the DX, so they just made the NWO.
Damn, bro, that's the opposite of what happened in real life.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sean and Hunter weren't cool enough to be in NWO, so they made DX.
And then last story, one time in art class, my buddy we were making butterflies. Okay, listen to this. We were making butterflies on a
listening, I'm
construction
listening.
Just
paper.
one time at band camp.
And then
Schwanger.
he wrote DX on the butterfly, and the teacher saw it and held it up in front of the classroom and goes, "I don't know who these DX guys are, but I heard they're bad, so there'll be no DX in this classroom."
Stop writing dicks on your art.
The same kid who wore a South Park shirt and had to flip it inside out and got sent to the principal's
that's-
office.
That sounds about
Bullshit.
right. I mean,
That's
that was
bullshit.
yeah. That's
and then
really
his
the most
dad
offensive
came and
part
said,
of the
"Yes,
story.
I do let him watch South Park, so I don't care."
Yeah.
Hell yeah, stand up.
Shouts
And that
out.
was it. Yeah,
wow.
my elementary school was wild, man. I
And
don't
what was
know
the
what's going on.
rating for this Tony segment?
Boy girl
James?
party? The boy
What
girl
was
party.
the
was
boy
about-
girl party rating?
It was about a point two.
Point two attendance. Okay.
575 is what I was looking at here.
About 10,
Wow.
10 kids. 10
What
kids.
the? Wow. All right. What is? Oh yeah, we got. There's a show to talk about.
Yeah, that was
All
the
right,
show.
tr-
Thanks for watching.
Oh
it's-
my god, that was that's a whole fucking thing on its own.
This Raw
Fuck.
is kind of like a boy girl party as we have the Triple H 70 wedding tonight.
Just steal my heat.
Damn, bro.
Steal my heat.
As if they didn't know
Oh
that
my
this was
God.
a Triple H
Wow.
70 wedding.
All right, before we
That's
get to
a
that,
segue.
let's talk about some of the stuff going around the wrestling world right
Yeah,
now.
tell me some dirt sheet.
So there were some sick boy girl parties going on at this time.
Meltzer's reporting on the boy girl
Email
party in the table
Meltzer
spot.
at AOL.com within your boy girl results. So, November 29th, 1999, The Observer. A few things were going on. Not too many, actually. In the grand scheme of things, the wedding was not like a super talked about thing until later on, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Because of what happened, yeah.
Yeah, because of course, they end up really getting married and then really becoming a thing. But at the time,
Wait,
it wasn't
what?
like a huge thing.
Who gets married? Test and Stephanie? That's awesome.
Sorry, no, that doesn't
Nice
work.
for- that's
They never
good-
went to
what?
the boy girl parties. So
Oh
this
my
is not
god.
Yeah. So, November 29th, 1999, Observer here. A little tidbit from ECW, actually. There were
Hell yeah.
feelers sent by Arnold Schwarzenegger's people about doing ECW to promote
What?
his movie.
What?
The fuck?
He said that he had such a good time doing SmackDown that he wanted to do more wrestling stuff.
Oh
So
my god.
They sent out to ECW about doing this ECW thing, but
The
it
night-
didn't materialize.
the night when
movie?
Arnold and Kimono Want to Lay You Dead the top. The ECW.
What movie was he promoting at the time?
I actually don't know. It was 1999.
Jingle All the Way. Actually, maybe it was.
I'm
It
always
was
on his
around the holidays
filmography.
too, yeah.
Oh no, Jingle All the Way was like years before that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. That's wow. That's
So 1999,
Wow,
End of
unbelievable.
Days.
End
was-
of Days, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That might be it.
huh.
Yeah.
That movie tanked. If only they would add ECW. You know?
Yeah, if they put
I don't
RVD
know.
in
Budget
it.
was 100 million. It did 212 million. So it did okay, I guess. So, anyways, Arnold Schwarzenegger did not show up in ECW as
Damn it.
they couldn't agree to, among other things, creative content.
That's
So,
a shocker. It wasn't the money that was the problem. It was the creative control.
I think that's what it says here.
Wow.
I mean, among other things, I also
Sure.
think that the money
Yeah,
was
yeah,
probably
okay,
also-
fair
It didn't
enough,
help
yeah.
that Paul Heyman wanted to crucify him on a cross and put a barbed wire thing on his head. It's real weird. I can't see how that didn't work for Arnold.
He's gonna get his ass franchised if he shows up here. I'll tell you that much.
So, also in 99, it talks about the Big Show father angle. Of
Oh.
course,
Yo,
when they had
Daddy's
the
dead,
funeral.
that one?
Yeah,
That one?
so the Big Show cancer angle was originally conceived by Terry Taylor. The
rooster?
idea, Yeah, the idea was to rebuild him into a top-level star, which he had fallen from. This is 1999. I want you to know how quick that they killed the Big Show's
Oh my God, he just debuted that year.
They killed Big Show's heat. He looked like a big dumbass when he debuted.
Yeah,
anyways.
oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, they made him look like a big dumbass. So they're trying to get him back up to the top here. The planned conclusion was nothing like it turned out to be. The idea originally was that the father would die and be cremated. And after the funeral, Undertaker would go to his house and steal the urn that the ashes were in, pour them down the toilet and flush it, and then build to an Undertaker versus Big Show headline program.
What the
I
fuck?
imagine Taker pouring ashes down a toilet. That doesn't sound very like
Shit. I can't imagine Undertaker knowing what a toilet is. I don't know why.
I gotta take a shit.
Wipe my ass ball.
So that's it from the November 29th one. Moving on to the December 5th Observer, there's a few more things here.
So that's after the show.
Yes, this is,
week
and he
after.
talks about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after 2 years of the WWF's new direction of attitude, turning it into prime
got nothing,
advertising
man.
for companies aiming products at it, suddenly the advertisers are dropping like flies.
Whoa.
Besides Coca-Cola dropping all the WWF sponsorship 3 weeks ago,
Whoa.
which spawned a lot of mainstream media coverage. Yeah, it turns out that all of these places just ended up leaving. U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, M&M, AT&T, all these companies stopped
wow.
Yeah.
advertising
I
with
guess
the WWF.
That's big money. Damn.
Yeah.
And they said with all the bad publicity due to Hit and worried in particular about a Wall Street Journal article, the WWF has announced today loudly that it's toning down its product.
Help.
According to Vince McMahon in the Wall
Get back
Street
here.
Journal,
Give
he
me
says
money.
you'll see less aggression, less colorful language, less sexuality, and some of the more controversial characters may not appear on a regular basis on SmackDown. So SmackDown's on UPN at this point.
Yeah.
Which is a little different than like USA Network was at the
It's like
time.
basic cable, right? You can watch
Yeah.
that if you anything.
I mean, I guess you could say they toned it down from compared 99 to 2000.
They did not tone down Raw. So Linda McMahon in an interview with this publication explained further, according to her, Raw will be the same. She feels that it's
Okay.
not even a product content issue, but the fact that SmackDown is being targeted by a right-wing group
Oh
for
my
whatever
God.
reason, probably the vastness of cable and the fact that the PTC only monitors those networks.
Linda hates the right wing.
Apparently this right-wing group did not even know that Raw existed. They just knew that SmackDown existed because it was on UPN. SmackDown will change from TV 14 to TV PG, which really means nothing because these aren't movie ratings put on by an independent board. They're simply chosen by the producers.
Yeah.
Coke spokesman Bob Bertini said, "We feel the WWF has crossed the line in terms of content and language, but we don't have that
Dixie.
issue with WCW."
Damn. What?
So Coke actually stayed on. They actually put more advertising money into WCW after they
Wow.
pulled from WWE at the time.
Wow. Okay.
Also, Steve Austin, real name Steve Williams. I love that he had to put that in there. Real name Steve Williams.
I know who he is.
Steve Austin was 34 and the biggest merchandise seller in pro wrestling history, and he's expected to undergo a spinal operation that may save his career. At the time, they didn't even know if Austin was going to be able to wrestle anymore. Like, period.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
because
crazy.
Yeah. So he does go undergo that obviously, and it adds a few more years to his career. But Jay doesn't last very long after this.
Damn.
Mick Foley, also 34, is winding down his career due to the accumulation of injuries he's suffered.
Real name
there's-
Mick Foley.
There's been a lot of talk this week about a retirement announcement, and at one point they've been making plans of doing it on the November 22nd Raw. But with the uncertainty about Austin, the company didn't want to have it appear publicly that two of its three most popular acts in the company were going to retire at the same time due to
They
injury.
were going to
that would-
retire
that would
Foley on
fucking
Raw?
suck.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Damn.
among the
Instead,
thing-
I was gonna say instead they let him main event WrestleMania 2000.
yeah, he came back and said,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah. Let me get that.
Also, among the things talked about is for Mick Foley to lead to him temporarily not being a wrestler and returning at some point to replace Shawn Michaels in a commissioner role and be a weekly part of television.
Never
And
work.
guys.
Yeah, that will
They
never
should
work.
never do that. That would not
Yeah.
work. Also, this week on the episode that we're talking about, they said on the show that the show drew 18,129 on television. It actually drew 13,000. Meltzer said, "I don't
Liar.
know why they lied."
I feel like that's
Of
always the
course.
case. Why are you lying, bro?
Yeah. Then came the big wedding, of course, that we talk about. Meltzer really put over this. He said the director of this TV show is awesome. He said he's the bomb. The way they shot the faces
that
and
what he
shot
says?
this. Yeah, he said the director of this TV show is the bomb. The way they shot the faces and shot this wedding, WCW on its best day couldn't reach this production.
Whoa.
That's
Christopher
true.
Daniels also had a dark match against Steve Bradley on the show we're talking about.
Wow. Yeah, the higher power, Christopher Daniels.
Isn't that crazy? Like, just
Yeah.
reading that was nuts. Also, there seems to be a fitness model trying out for the WWF who was just signed to a 3-year developmental deal. Her name was Trish Stratus.
That'll never
Oh
work
baby,
out.
oh baby, oh baby.
Trish Stratus was
never work
actually
out.
backstage at the WCW Mayhem pay-per-view and
What?
worked on the LAW Wrestling Radio Internet show. And then she ended up
Dude.
signing with the WWF.
There's an alternate alternate timeline, James, where Trish versus Stacy happened in WCW.
WCW? Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's an alternate reality where Trish fought Disco Inferno.
Oh my God. Probably one too.
And Terry Taylor had talked about Trish Stratus coming into WCW, and there had even been talks with Raven and her about coming into ECW when ECW held its
My
pay-per-view
God.
show in Buffalo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Trish was like working. She was like the hottest free agent.
Yeah, she talked to literally every company.
Didn't have one match. That's awesome. She's like the Kurt Angle.
She hadn't even started training. Yeah, she hadn't even started
That's
training yet.
awesome.
Wow, that's crazy. What the fuck? Hold on, what's she doing with Raven?
December 12th, 1999 Observer, Trish Stratus suffered a sprained ankle in her first week of WWF
Son of a
training.
bitch.
WWF also announced the hiring of Jonathan Coachman.
Cha-na-na-na-na.
And then, of course, we talked about it a little bit last time we did this, but Sean Stasiak was fired on the December 6th tapings in Worcester by Jim Ross in front of everybody.
Oh my God.
Apparently, Stasiak has this actually makes a lot more sense to me. I didn't understand when we first read it. It was like,
Yeah.
what, he just like walk around with a recorder or something?
With a tape recorder. Yeah.
So apparently, Sean Stasiak had secretly kept a tape recorder in his bag and would tape everything while he was out of the room to hear what people were saying behind his back, and was also
What
allegedly
the
tape recording the
fuck?
locker room and road conversations, and he had gotten caught.
Wow.
The issue had been
What?
addressed and appeared to have blown over, but Vince McMahon made the decision on December 6th to fire him. There was some concern about the wrestlers of what he had allegedly recorded, and when he started doing so, since nobody really knew, since the Wrestling with Shadows documentary, that secret taping in the dressing room isn't something the company looks fondly on.
Oh my God. Wow. What the fuck was he thinking?
I don't know, actually. I don't really know.
That's like too
Wow.
paranoid, really. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so weird.
I was actually surprised that he was involved with the wedding here.
Dude, I'm still confused why he was there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was like, he was meeting the WWF. What's he doing here?
What the hell is this guy doing here? Had a tape recorder in his pocket.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh, he just happy to see me.
So we kick off the actual show with a tag team match.
It's my life in a box in a ta-ta-ta.
I always thought that when it changed over to the actual Raw, like, you know, when they're talking, that it was the
Yeah.
same song, maybe just the riff, but they're actually two different songs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Thorn in Your Eye, and then what's the other one called, Tony? All Together or something like that.
Yeah, it's all. But there are like versions online that have like all together Thorn in Your Eye version. So that's why you
Yeah,
might
it's like
think it's
this-
one song. They put them
yeah,
together.
yeah. You know
That's
what?
probably why
I
you
com-
think it's the same one.
I forgot about that. You're right.
I didn't even think about it. I was editing a video here recently, and I was like,
Yeah.
how do I find the part of this song where...
That goes.
Yeah, I was like, where is that? And I was like, holy fuck, it's two different songs.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't
yeah,
even
all
know
together
that.
now is on WWF the album, just Full Metal Volume 1, I guess. Is that the
That's
name of
so weird. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's weird to think about, isn't it?
I think I knew that, but it still doesn't sound right. That
They go
doesn't make
together
sense.
so well.
it?
It
It's
sounds
just the
like
way
the same
it's the way they edit it for TV.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like it's the same song.
It is cool.
song.
Yeah, that riff is like legendary, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
dude. Yeah, absolutely.
There's also a sign, you know, they're doing the crowd shot. Just one sign in particular stood out to me. There's a woman holding up a sign that says, "Into rock climbing." All right.
Okay.
That's good.
There's
That's really good.
no Twitter back then, so that's how people got their thoughts out.
Dude,
Into
yeah,
rock climbing.
Somebody made that point recently. I don't know if it was on one of our comments or something, but like that might be why like signs kind of went away, just because everyone can express themselves very easily everywhere
Yeah.
now. There's no
Yeah,
reason to bring a
right.
sign. You don't need it.
I still like the size a lot.
I miss the sign so much. It's like my favorite part of watching these old shows. There's so much. This show had a lot of crazy ones. I don't even know how many I'm going to say. There was some crazy shit going on here, though.
They didn't look through any of these signs. They just let you bring in whatever.
Yeah,
they
it
did
was
not.
shit.
So we start off with a tag team match: Big Show and Kane
Whip,
versus Viscera and Big Bossman.
This is
This is real fucking.
no. It was not that. It was not that. It was not that.
Dude,
This match
was
is
real
gigantic.
fucking cursed. The moment that Big Show's music hit and he came out with the WWF Championship, I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
happening? I do not
Big
remember
Show
that.
in compression shorts, a cut-off shirt, one earring, long hair, and the WWF title. I don't remember Big Show having the WWF title for more than like a week. So
I
this
think
was
literally had it for like 2 weeks, right?
he was like, yeah, I thought so too, but I guess it was. And I also don't remember him being a face with the title.
Yeah, this felt cursed as hell to me.
Yeah,
Because I was like, oh, it's Big Show versus Kane? Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's
Big
Viscera
Show and Kane. Yeah,
and Big Boss. I was like, and then Kane comes to the ring. Kane's got his first girlfriend, Tori. I said, yeah, that's true.
And then Big Boss Man comes out with the hardcore title, spinning the nightstick, shouts out the Boss
No
Man.
sunglasses, real weird. No sunglasses.
Well, even weirder, Tony. Viscera comes out with sunglasses
and the chain.
and chewing gum.
And the sunglasses, chain, and gum.
What is happening?
Bro, it shows Big Show and Kane in the ring. I think when Boss Man came down to the ring, Big Show is such a specimen at this point.
He's
like,
gigantic.
Even next to Kane, like this guy is just, his chest is all out. He's like real slim. I was like, God damn. Like, how is this guy not like, you know, he's the WWF champion, but he's like maybe the 20th most important guy on the show right now.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna say like he is a placeholder. He's a stand-in as WWF champion. It's actually Hoovy.
Can I tell you a little tidbit originally
Sure.
before this? So the rumors that were going around at the time were that Test was going to replace Stone Cold Steve Austin in the triple threat match of the main event of Survivor Series and win the championship.
What?
Which would end up being Triple H,
and win?
which would end up being Triple H's motivation for what happens in the wedding,
Andrew?
and promising a divorce in exchange for a WWF Championship match with Test at Armageddon. But it got changed. Big Show won the title, and Triple H went on his career.
Not that I don't think Test could have been a top guy, but I don't know if I would have did it there. That would have been a little weird.
So that was the
Yeah,
original plan of that
that's-
whole thing.
Wow, that's actually insane.
Yeah, there's a sign of just some person's phone number in the crowd.
Hell yeah, call me. So Boss Man comes out. He's the hardcore champion.
Yes, he is.
There's actually a lot of there's a lot going on in this match, even though it's literally nothing. I don't even know why this is here, but
There's like 4 moves in it.
Kane comes in, hits a Kane line on Viscera. X-Pac
Really look good.
comes in with a little hat. X-Pac with little hat enters the ring. And
He's got his bandana on too, still bandana and little hat.
Yeah, a little bucket hat going fishing. X-Pac goes in, little hat, hits the worst X Factor of all time on Kane.
Jesus, I don't know. It was like the first time he did it. It felt like, what the hell's happening here?
So bad. And then Viscera pins him.
Viscera hit his finishing move, the big splash.
No, that was not. That was like a
He hit the
sig.
big.
That was a
No
sig.
way.
Yeah, his
The
finisher
bear hug was his finisher then,
No,
and then he had the big splash. That's
Actually,
the
I
signature.
recall his
He-
finisher being anal destruction.
No,
So what he would
that's
do?
never happened.
What he
No,
would
no,
do?
no, no.
He would walk
Hold on,
up to
Albert
the-
came out here. Albert also came out and beat up the Big Show with the Boss Man. They almost didn't catch it though.
Big Albert A Train.
Big hairy guy.
X-Pac with little hat then comes
Dude.
in and crotch chops Kane before Tori gets involved. X-Pac spits in her face and then spin kicks the dog shit out of
He
her.
spin kicks her fucking head off of her
After he
fucking
spit her-
body.
he goes, and then fucking kicks her head off.
Yeah, like the momentum of the spit spun him around so fast to kick her in the head. It was unbelievable. Like
She took the best bump in the last 10 minutes.
Hey man, give Viscera some credit for that clothesline bump. He looked great.
He
Dude.
just took it. I don't know who bumped for it.
I was like, oh wow, him spitting in her face is kind of crazy. And then he's like, I'm gonna kick her in the head. Okay, dude, you don't need to do that. Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah, that little hat got him feeling crazy. I'm just like, that
little
thing's insane.
It was a
They-
DX hat.
Yeah, Kane was pissed. He said, that's my first girlfriend, Tori, right there. You sanctimonious son.
Why? Why, God?
He just says that
lose.
after X-Pac kicks him. Why?
He looks up to the sky, holds his hand in the air. Why?
He holds Tori up to the sky, Miro style. That X Factor sucked.
We have a pre-tape right after. Tess asked Stephanie to marry him. She said,
Whoa.
yes, Tess, Barton, Andrew, Punisher, I'd
Andrew
love
the
to
Test, the
marry
Punisher.
you.
He asks her to be his husband, and JR says, "Oh man, yeah,
Yeah, marry her.
girl."
Yeah.
And Jerry Lawler's like, "Why did you say yes? They love each other."
That reminds me of Don West and Tanay standing up high-fiving.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was listening back to the Jeff Jarrett podcast. They did the TNA debut episode.
Yeah.
Where they had like Ricky Steamboat and stuff come out. And dude, Don West and Mike Tenay were at their most like Don West and Mike Tenay in like the first couple episodes of
Yeah.
TNA. Like Ricky Steamboat came out, and then like Jackie Fargo was like drinking or something, and Jackie Fargo was like going off on a tangent, and Mike was like, "You tell him, yeah." Don West's like, "This is awesome."
I love that shit.
Anyways, in the pre-tape, Tess asked Stephanie to marry. Davey
Atta
Boy
girl.
was in an argument backstage with Vince, and then got so pissed off he threw a trash can off camera, and then hit Stephanie off camera with the trash can.
And she got post concussion syndrome.
Dude,
off of
a
this.
real fucking trash can beams Stephanie in the head, knocks her out.
My favorite is seeing Vince's reaction to this. You know what? Maybe in the actual segment there was some noises or something, but in the pre-tape there was nothing. So he throws this trash can off camera. You hear nothing, nothing's going on, and then Vince is like, Stephanie.
He threw the trash can, by the way, because they weren't giving him a title shot. That's why he did that.
Is that really what happened?
Yeah.
So Davey Boy hits her with a trash can in the head and then walks
Yes.
out. He doesn't even check on her. Davey Boy's
No,
like, yeah, fuck
you don't
her.
give a
Does he
fuck.
get punished for this at all in in storyline?
They might have like Tess
purposes?
might face him, I think, but like then Bulldog teams up with the Mean Street Posse and they all whoop Tess' ass.
Okay.
yeah, it's awesome.
1999 WWF.
So at this point, Stephanie doesn't remember Test, and then they just recreate 51st Dates with Test and Stephanie, right?
Yes, exactly.
For like
That'd be
1
great.
week. Yeah, they don't,
Yeah, I don't
do
think it
very
lasts long. No, yeah.
They could have made it last longer, but they were not in the business of lasting longer.
Stephanie
Yeah,
wasn't
they
a
were
great
not.
actress, so that's probably why they didn't have it last very long.
So eventually, after Tess tries to make her remember, she I don't think if she actually remembered. I think that because I think later on it turns out that this was all a lie, anyways, right?
Yeah.
So we have a D-Generation X promo afterwards.
Lawler and JR are dressed up for the event. They're showing them on commentary, and then DX theme hits, and JR said, "Well, that's DX's music."
Correct.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn is in a shirt on the front says all this, and on the back, and a really great ass too.
Yeah, we need those for Chicago.
That's a really that shirt's pretty cool actually. Mr. Ass. You barely ever get to see Billy Gunn in his own T-shirt. That's pretty cool.
He's not like he didn't get the memo. Everyone else here is wearing DX green, everything. Billy Gunn's just there in black shirt, black shorts.
All
Fuck
this and a
DX.
really great
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's our Chicago shirt. It says all out and a really great ass on the back.
And a really good ass too.
My ass is out, all out on the back.
It's still
Dude,
very weird to see Triple H doing the X Pyro since
I was
I
gonna
still
say, I
associate it with
still
X-Pac.
think it's X-Pac's Pyro. Yeah, it's just weird.
I
He
think
also
Triple
doesn't
H
do it
just
as well.
took it. Yeah, he
Yeah, I
does
think
it.
so,
He doesn't
too.
even put X-Pac's got a lot more limberness to his.
He does the
He's
jump,
getting
too,
in there,
yeah. The DX theme is also fucking. I still love this song. It's what a great theme, man.
Yeah, what did you?
Yeah.
I remember that you said before that you didn't like how it like went in and out of the video.
I don't like that. I love the song, but I hate the flashing of random shots. Gives me a fucking headache.
Usually, okay, so here it was a lot more extreme than I feel like it was most of the time for me.
Yeah.
When I remember back to it, like even when we watched it and we mentioned this before.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Here, I feel like it was like really disorienting. Yeah.
It was so
Yeah,
much,
it's
dude.
real
It's like
bad.
it's I don't know. It's just, disorienting is a perfect word for it.
So Triple H gets on the microphone. He says, "This is Paul Levesque talking to Vincent Kennedy McMahon."
Dude, what was they turned off the DX theme and then there's other like music playing in the arena.
There was music in the backtrack. But I think it was still playing or is playing.
It
from,
wasn't
like,
the
that
DX
promo.
theme.
From that promo that was playing. There was
Oh.
like disco music in the background. And there was
Yeah.
like they were like he's like, we don't need no disco music.
Yeah,
Next up.
I appreciate the disco. And then Triple H starts slapping the mic just because he thinks it's not on. And JR says, "I think it's on there, game."
Yeah, he calls him gay. He's on a game. Yeah, true.
Game.
I still got heat from that promo. Too much to shut that off. So DX has a temporary order of protection against Vince McMahon.
He's gonna
meaning
give
forward.
Vince top.
A
That's what he
DLC
said.
if you
can't
didn't
come
know.
within 50 feet of DX. Triple H shows footage of Vince McMahon crashing his car into DX last week and then getting
wish
out of
we'd
the car with
watch
a
this.
baseball bat.
Yes, he drives his rent-a-car into DX's limo, full force, multiple times, gets out, and then starts smashing it with a fucking baseball bat. I love it.
I love that they showed it and then like you could hear him as he's like pressing the accelerator.
Yeah, you
What
son
a
of a bitch.
fucking beast.
And then as it's fading out of this segment, you're hearing Vince saying, "Come on, let's play the game. You want to play the game? Let's play the game. Come on, let's play the game." As he's smashing this car up.
So Triple
Now
H
that's
says
McMahon.
he will face Vince at Armageddon, and I believe that's the main event of Armageddon.
Yeah.
Triple H also says there ain't no wedding here tonight, pal.
You know that Triple H Vince match goes a half hour, I think?
I feel like most
Whoa.
of Vince's matches did go pretty long.
Yeah, I think most of Triple H's matches went fucking long too.
Yeah, I mean that was the ultimate. That's like the perfect storm right there.
Yeah, let me double check. I'm pretty sure though it is the main
Triple
event
H wins
though.
though, I think.
Triple H does win because Stephanie fucking helps him.
Yeah.
29
Ooh.
minutes 45 seconds is the Triple H
Woo.
Vince match. Yeah,
It's a lot of
fucking. That's exactly what happened. Just fucking half hour of heat.
Oof, yeah. So Vince comes out and he calls DX pussies. He says, "You think you need a
Bitch.
TOP against me just because I use my rent-a-car like a bulldozer? You damn right."
He did say that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Vince didn't give a fuck back then. This was
No.
a beast. Vince tells Triple H he will have Triple H's blood on his hands at Armageddon. I am almost 100% sure they blooded this match here.
Yes, Vince gets super color.
Vince said he is going to give his son-in-law test. My son-in-law test. That's
Weird.
so crazy. to
Yeah,
hear.
like
He says he's going to
cursed,
get what he
really.
wants. He says Triple H versus Test tonight. He also said there's going to
Remember,
be a 6-man
Test-
tag.
Test has a wedding tonight. Vince is making him wrestle.
That's his wedding present, by the way. He's got to
yeah,
work,
that's the
brother.
gift. Yeah,
I think it's the
fuck?
longest match of the night, too.
yeah, I think so
That's
too.
right.
Yeah, probably.
There's a 6-man tag also tonight. X-Pac and the Outlaws versus Mankind, The Rock, and...
Yeah. I was so confused. Deb had to tell me that it's a partner of The Rock's choosing. I think.
Yeah, it's a partner of his. He does say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't
I
hear it
actually
either,
had to go
though.
back and hear it because he said The Rock, the crowd erupted into a million pieces. And he said,
Yeah.
that's true. Okay.
Vince also hits the line here earlier. He says, "At Armageddon, it will be game over."
Vince McMahon said, "No one not named McMahon or a family friend will be involved, or I will fire your ass."
You're fucking done. I'll fire you here tonight in Los Angeles.
Backstage segment. Al Snow is talking to Head backstage about how much
WrestleMania
he fucking hates
9.
The Rock.
He's talking about WrestleMania 2.
Al Snow wants to be The Rock and Mankind's partner tonight. Apparently, I was reading in the Observer too
Yes.
that they for some reason they kept putting Foley with Al Snow, and they were rating bombs. Like every
Really?
time that this would come on, they drop like a full point sometimes.
I mean, it was just Al Snow talking a bunch of shit, and then Mick Foley saying, "Why not? Why? You suck." Like that was all.
Now, personally, I thought these were funny. I thought
I like
that
them.
these were
I
pretty
remember
good.
them. Yeah. So I
But
don't know,
apparently,
we-
people at the time in '99 were not looking forward to these too much.
well, shockingly, Al Snow not a draw. It doesn't make you think he.
Johnny
I'll tell you
is.
he was.
Yeah,
I'll tell
what
you what a
is a
draw
draw?
is. Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is, but he isn't one. Yeah.
So I don't know if you. I feel like Al Snow mocks The Rock's eyebrow in this segment. I feel like that's in Al Snow's No Mercy Titantron.
Is it really?
I feel like I
think
remember.
so. That's a pretty good
It's like a
tidbit. Wow.
GIF, isn't it? It goes
Yeah,
up
you
and
know, like
down.
the weird
Where
GIF-tron.
he
I
pushes
feel
his
like.
eyebrow up.
Yeah, I feel like
I
that.
feel like,
I swear
not-
that was in a game.
So speaking of, Raw is brought to you by WrestleMania 2000 for the N64,
Whoa!
the JVC Kaboom Box, and Radio Shack.
Wow. Yeah,
I
that's.
always think it's cool to see the N64 sponsors. That's pretty dope.
I love that. Yeah, that's fucking. Sweet.
I always think it's cool when they're like the most realistic wrestling game of all time, and you'd see the graphics like, oh.
You know what's
So
weird?
Rock doing the people's
They
elbow.
sh-
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that and the first shot they show of the game is The Rock superplexing Santa Claus off the top rope.
Yeah, I know. What the hell is
What
that?
the fuck? Was that just to show the creative wrestler thing?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
They always did. I remember back in the day on like IGN, they'd show like created wrestler. Like, didn't they do like a George Bush or something in the game, and they did something, and they had like
I feel like they did that later too.
it was like Obama and Hillary Clinton or something had a match
Or like
in the
George
game or
Washington
something.
was on something, or something. He was.
Yeah, it
there
was George
something going on.
Washington was in one of the games. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They
pretty
always showed
cool.
off the greatest
Yeah.
stuff.
Now they just show Rey Mysterio and Cesaro for 6 months.
Yeah, don't worry. At SummerSlam, you'll see Dominic Mysterio.
With no hair, in mask.
It's just Ray.
We promise the hair's fine, guys.
It's Ray with mask and Ray with no mask.
We promise the hair's fine. We just made a decision
Everything
here.
is fine. We are promising. Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Business is good, bro. Don't worry about it. What the fuck? And don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it, but did also really talk about it. Matt Hardy versus Edge in a singles match here.
I
Hide
didn't
your
know-
wives' edge.
I did. I was very confused during these entrances because the Hardys come out with Terry. I remember that. I was like, okay,
Because we just saw that.
They won the tits, the Terry
Yeah.
Invitational tournament.
That's awesome.
And so they come out, and the nameplate says Hardy Boys with Terry. I'm like, okay, sweet. And then they say, with Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. I was like, what? All right, true. And then Edge and Christian come out through the crowd, and their nameplate says Edge and Christian. And they say Edge with Christian. So it's a singles match. Why the hell did you fucking put all these names on this
They
fucking
just weren't
plate?
over enough. Remember they had that ladder match and then that got them over. They weren't over yet to get their own nameplates.
Dude, that No Mercy ladder match was fucking... I was hoping they show it a little bit. They recapped the tag team ladder match from No Mercy, and I was hoping they would show the end of it because, speaking of No Mercy again, when Jeff Hardy pulls the gimmick down, what was it, money or was it? I forget.
It was
what
a
the fuck
bag of money. It was a
Yeah,
bag of money.
when he pulls it down, that's the exact animation when you pull something down in No Mercy.
Yeah, it is.
So we get into the match. Matt Hardy hits a wonky tornado DDT here. He's no Fuego del
Kills
Sol.
him. Yeah, the fuck.
Edge hits a German suplex bridge, which is crazy.
Fuck, Matt does the second rope leg drop, which ruins his career years later.
I love that.
I can't walk now. And then Matt gets crotched on the top rope, and he's like, he gets turned around, so he's sitting on the top rope facing the crowd, and then Edge, what the fuck? He like second rope drop kicks Matt in the ass, and Matt flies out of the ring and kills a camera guy. What?
I love that
legit
they
kills
actually
the cameraman.
commented on it too. Jim Ross was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, he just killed the camera guy." Oh my god. I hope he's okay. That's my friend.
What the hell? Like, I know they were doing crazy shit there, but that was like kind of sketch.
Yeah, it was.
And then this finish was weird.
So Matt and Edge start fighting with Jeff and Christian on the outside. They go back
Referee
into the ring
sees
here.
it happening.
They don't
Referee's-
fucking care, baby.
Referee is watching this happen.
Raw is war.
I just want to emphasize for later.
Christian then throws Matt into Edge's spear, and Edge wins.
Yes. But Edge wins while they're picture-in-picture showing the dropkick from earlier. So the pin's going on while picture-in-picture's going on.
Bunch of young guys. They're not vets on TV yet. They don't know what's going on.
I'm
Fun
waiting for them
match
to do
though
that.
with a few cool spots.
Yeah, it was cool.
They need to do the picture-in-picture win in AEW and not a commercial. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, god damn, no kidding.
So after that, we have a pre-tape Stephanie McMahon at her bachelorette party.
This looks like the most depressing party ever. Wine coolers, champagne, Coors
Bud Lights.
Light.
Coors? Oh, yeah, Coors. Shout out to Coors.
One of her friends asked Stephanie, the first thing she asked is, did you have
Truth or
sex
dare?
with Tess?
They say, all right, let's play Truth or Dare. So he says, all right, Truth. You fuck Test.
Stephanie then says, oh, you mean at the hotel when we were at the GTV?
In my ass.
Now, hold on one damn minute. What the fuck is going on? Like, I don't
Dude.
even...
And she
the
says, I can't
GTV.
tell. Yeah. What?
So then they toast to Stephanie and they go, Tess is cool too, man.
Hell yeah.
Didn't she say it's no-tell motel or something like that?
yeah. I can't.
They dropped
I
a
can't.
line like that.
I don't kiss and tell.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, you get married. I hope you guys had sex. I don't
Well, maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're waiting
Yeah,
to consummate the
Tess?
marriage.
Maybe,
Yeah, you
guess
suck
so.
Tess dick. Baby.
We have a Chyna promo. Chyna is the Intercontinental Champion. Chyna out here in assless chaps. This is
As you
by the
do.
way, just before that, another weird thing from this era, just wanted to touch on it. JR says that where they're at right now is the home of WrestleMania 2000. And if you're planning on joining us, a limited number of tickets are going to be available, mail order only. Check out WWF.com this weekend. I was like, what the fuck?
That's
That'd be
fucking crazy. isn't it?
crazy. Mail order only? And you got
I
to
was
look on the
reading
website?
that, dude. I was reading that on the Observer when I was looking at the notes too. It's like, if you guys want to subscribe, go ahead for 3 more months, then mail into this address.
Oh, God, dude,
like
that's
$20
stressful.
or something. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't even like
Yeah,
making
that's insane.
Imagine like writing a check that you're gonna go to WrestleMania, you mail it in, and just hopes that you can get to WrestleMania. Like,
Yeah, well, like, what happens if they say no?
you know it, 'cause there's so many people watching on television. How the fuck are
Yeah.
you gonna know? Like, all right, here's this
I
check
didn't
I
even think
sent
of
out
that.
to
If you
mail
send
order.
it in and they don't have any more tickets, what do they send it back, or they send you a
You're
Stone
just
Cold
fucking
hat?
money, bitch.
Like, how do you know? How you plan? Like, it's not like you can just plan a WrestleMania trip. Like, you need to know if you're
We
gonna
gotta
go
do a
or not.
deadlock drop like that. Is mail order only?
Mail in only, yeah.
Dude,
So
that's
Chyna
crazy.
had reconstructive surgery on her thumb. I don't know if this was from the Chris Jericho spot or if
Yes.
it. Okay, was it actually?
Wait, oh
Okay.
shoot, no, I don't.
Yeah,
I
I,
think it was.
don't know if it was
Oh,
from.
in
something else or
kayfabe,
not.
it was. I don't know if it was actually though.
Okay,
Probably
so
not.
Chyna, is this from where Chyna became the Intercontinental Champion from beating Jeff Jarrett?
Yes, because Jarrett just left at the last pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it's
sure.
right around there. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jarrett had held an AK-47 up on Vince McMahon. at
Yeah,
this
he held Vince up for big money.
point. $2 million at AK. You're gonna just spray in the background.
That's fucked up. He had a gun to his throat.
Yeah, that's crazy. And Vince is like, whoa, whatever.
So the angle here is Jericho. Do you remember this segment where they broke her thumb? Do you like? I
No.
vividly remember it.
No,
So
Not really.
Jericho, like, I don't know if he kidnapped her or what happened, but I remember they're in a dark room. She's like strapped to a chair. Jericho's like scalding her. He grabs a hammer and just bashes her fucking thumb.
Wow.
Like-
No, I don't remember this for some reason.
Yeah.
I actually remembered Chyna hitting him with the hammer, but I don't remember the other way around.
It scarred me, I think, because I remember thinking this is really fucked up.
So Chris Jericho, I believe this was on last Raw. I believe
Yes.
this is when this happened. Was in the ring with Chyna. Chyna and Miss Kitty come
It was
in.
SmackDown, sorry.
SmackDown last
Yes,
week. Okay, so
yes.
SmackDown last week. Chris Jericho's in the ring. Miss Kitty and Chyna come in. Chyna has a ball peen hammer and just bonks Jericho in the head with a ball peen hammer.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Twice.
In the fucking head.
I was
Yeah.
like- and he bumped for the ball peen hammer. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. While I just bonked crazy.
Jericho came out here with the OG countdown, which I love.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
They manual zoom in on the Tron,
Yeah.
just so they can get the part where the girl gets up in the Jericho text, and it
It's
zooms
so-
down to Jericho standing
God,
there.
yeah.
God, that's goated. That's like one of the craziest intros
Yeah.
ever.
I love
I
it
forgot
so
how
much.
crazy his fucking pyro was at the time, where it delayed for a second and then it blew up really loud.
Yeah. That was.
He was such a big deal for
sweet.
them coming into this company. I'm surprised that they had him in an angle like this.
Well, Big Show syndrome. Fuck you. That's
Yeah.
why.
pretty much,
It's like they had to humble you when you came in, and
Yeah,
then
that's
work you
exactly
from
what it
there.
was, dude. It's 100% what it was. Jericho says, "Let me get this straight, you jacked up mutant." He said, "I would love to come down there and beat your flabby Jello ass, but I can't." Look at this clip, and then they show the thing James just talked about. And Jericho says, "You gave me a very serious and severe concussion." A lot of concussion angles on this show.
He hit her, and it hit the motherfucker in the head with a ball peen hammer. You should be dead twice. Like,
He said, "I had a horrible Thanksgiving. I couldn't eat or sleep or think or play with my children." I don't know. Did he have kids at this time?
you damn right
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did. Yeah,
He said, "All I did was give you a love tap. I broke your fingernail, and you tried to smash my skull with a sledgehammer."
I actually don't know if he had kids, by the way. I was just
Yeah, I don't know
trolling. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was for trolling too, but maybe he did. Jericho says, "After some severe, intense physical therapy, I'll end your career at Armageddon." And then Chyna says, "You need to chill out." And Miss Kitty has appeared on the stage behind him at this point, holding a fire extinguisher. She says, "Yeah, you need to chill out. Hey, you should
Forever.
You should chill out, son." And
Hey,
then he
chill
turns-
out. That's the key word. Kitty, chill out.
Line. So Jericho
Chill
turns around. Miss
out.
Kitty sprays him with the fire extinguisher. Her music is playing, and she has to, because I guess she doesn't think that people understood what happened here. Miss Kitty is spraying Jericho with his fire extinguisher. Her music is playing. Chyna gets back on the mic and says, "Yeah, that'll help cool you off."
Dude, there was zero reaction. You could hear a pin
that's why
drop
she
when
had to
she
do
said,
it.
she
She's like,
said,
"Oh, there's no
chill
pop."
out, hit the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
No pop at all. Nobody cared at all that
Hey,
Jericho just got fired.
Hey, he's cold.
Hey, your ass is frozen. Hey.
This'll help you cool off, son. Okay.
We have a pre-tape. Stephanie's still having her bachelorette party. We actually go back to this a lot tonight.
God.
They got bottle service in this room. May
Champagne.
and Moolah are getting pissed now because they want drink now.
Shout out to Gene with the champagne, by the way.
Big shout out to Gene.
Stone Cold and Ivory are on the Entertainment Weekly cover for being TV ratings winners.
I was really surprised by this because I thought it was awesome. I was like, "Whoa, Ivory's getting like a showcase here," but I figured they'd be like Stone Cold and fucking I don't know, The Rock or
Yeah, The
something
Rock's
more.
super over right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, true. Godfather versus Steve Blackman is up next.
Godfather comes out with a bunch of hoes. JR says, "The Godfather and his California hoes."
The hoes
did you
were
hear-
immaculate, man. What a great
God
hoe
bless.
train.
Yeah.
Did you hear
dude,
what I think JR also said this? He said these plastic surgeons out here stay busy, don't they?
He did say that.
Yeah, he did say that. Godfather's got a vest on that says 419 got a minute.
I wrote that down too.
That's so good. I wrote
That's
that down.
so
Oh, that
great,
jacket's
dude.
so great.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
maybe his goated jacket, honestly.
That's fucking
Oh yeah,
so
JR
awesome.
doesn't JR also says
Yes, he
"King,
does.
When's the last time you rolled a fatty with anyone, Daddy?
For anybody's daddy.
Oh, for
And
anyone's daddy. Yeah, that's what
and
he
Lola
said.
says, "What are you talking about?" And Jared said, "I didn't think so."
King is like, are we doing bits? Are we bidding right now?
There's a guy in the front row with a sign with a hole cut out in it for him to put his face in that says "Ho seat cushion."
My man.
That's so 1999.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So Steve Blackman versus Kurt Angle was happening at Armageddon, apparently.
Yeah.
Steve Blackman beats the Godfather with a kick right to the solar plexus. That's the move name.
Please make sure you know it's the solar plexus. They say it 40 times.
That's the move name. JR called that move. Kick right to the
like-
solar plexus.
She calls that the rear view and he kick right to the solar plexus. And the hose furiously boo Steve Blackman for this.
God, the Godfather was super over, though. Wow.
Yeah, man.
I can't believe they had Blackman just straight up beat him with a kick to the solar plexus.
Gotta build him up to lose to Kurt Angle.
They go backstage. APA's backstage with the Dudley Boys, smoking some cigars, drinking some beers, playing some
Yeah.
cards. So Bubba Ray, I don't know if the Dudley Boys have been here super long. I feel like they just got here.
This is pretty early on in the run. Yeah, I think they get here maybe September.
Because he's still Bubba here.
Yes, Bradshaw is saying, "Hey, thanks for showing us how to play cards. We don't play them often," which, of course, that's funny.
Bubba says, "Hey, Farouk, what beats 4 aces?" And Farouk said, "I don't think I know Smith & Wesson, you son of a bitch."
Bubba says, "Hey, you don't know my mama." And Bradshaw says, "Yeah, not well."
Oh, this is awesome. Like, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
and then you won't see them again for an hour. What the fuck?
It's a long game, man.
What? They don't go back to it until the end of the show.
Long game.
I guess so.
So right after this segment, it cuts to a pre-tape of the Bachelorette
God
party.
damn it.
And it is Mae Young aggressively crotch chopping.
Everyone's dancing.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
there. And Mae Young is just getting it. She's going at it, crotch chopping, hard as hell. This party fucking sucks.
This is so aggressive. She like starts off doing it, and then she turns into like a robot. She's like,
She's gonna
oh
throw
my
her back
God.
out. Yeah.
This shit cracked me up. Yeah,
By the way,
that's
they're
awesome.
supposed to be in like Vegas here, like having this party. Like they just stay in a hotel room the entire time.
They're in
That's-
Minnesota. Badge Say's segment. Al Snow asked Mick Foley to be his partner. Not The Rock. Hate the fucking Rock. He
Fuck
hates the
The
elbow.
Rock.
I
Hates the
fucking hate the
eyebrow.
Rock. I hate the Rock. I
yeah.
hate the Rock. The Rock sucks. I fucking hate the Rock.
Mankind says, "Yo, bro, he's softening up to." And Al says, "Yeah, well, I hate him."
So Rock and Sock and Al Snow. That's got a good ring to it. And Al says, "I hate The Rock. I really, really hate The Rock."
Hate this motherfucker.
Al Snow's comedic timing is actually pretty good. So like, shouts
Yeah.
out to Al Snow. Too Cool versus the Holly Cousins up next.
Rakishi.
Rikishi is
Rikishi.
not posteriorly challenged.
Hardcore Holly comes out here and says, "Cut the fucking music."
Dude, I feel like every time we see this guy, he's just Shane Douglas. Every time we watch Hardcore Holly,
think so
he
too.
comes out, cuts the
Yeah.
damn music, and then starts doing bits. It's like, fuck, he's just Shane Douglas.
Yeah, he is.
This was a strange bit too, though.
Scotty 2 Hottie comes out with a jersey with Hottie and 2 on the back. This is too crazy, bro. Did they ever sell Scotty 2 Hottie jerseys like this?
I don't
I don't
think
know.
so.
Fuck,
no.
man, those were actually hot as hell, man. I'd buy
Did
one
they
of
sell?
those.
Did they sell hats that had the hair?
They had to have sold the
I
hats.
think they sold the house with the hair.
They
Yeah,
had
they
to,
had
right?
have, yeah. Or somebody fucking probably just made a bucket hat, cut the top out.
Yeah.
Scotty Tuhati
you're right.
sold the actual shirt himself.
Oh,
that's
like
dope.
he. Oh, wow.
Like the jersey? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 2 and Hottie on the back.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Wow.
Hardcore Holly comes out and says, "There's no super heavyweights here other than us." Hardcore Holly then says, "Rikishi, you are a super heavyweight though, with your big ass. It could totally eclipse the sun with your big
He
ass."
says, "You." He says, "You, hey, old tub of guts." That was awesome. He says, "You don't got to worry about hiring Santa Claus this year. A couple more seconds and thirds, and you'll be him."
Yeah, right there.
You get it? Rikishi's fat. He's fat. He's fat. He's fat. He's fat guy.
And
He's fat
Hardcore
guy.
Holly then points to Rikishi's ass and says, "Hey, Crash, look at his ass."
He crashed it. Whoa!
Look at that ass.
Running around, yeah. Rikishi then attacks Crash and throws him in the ring.
God damn it.
Get the match started here. Grandmaster Sexay hits a sit-out bomb on the boy, and then Scotty hits the worm to a nice pop.
Early
Yes.
worm without the W.
It was still over. Still
It was,
over.
yeah. JR refers to Scotty as Grandmaster's jackass-like partner. Again.
Dude,
Oh, he does do it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Jim Ross was on the fuck Chuck Taylor heat here with Too Cool.
With
He fucking
Scotty?
yeah, he was like, fuck
Jerry-
these guys. I hate them so much.
Jerry, what the fuck is your son doing in there?
That's literally what he was like. He fucking hated him.
Why don't you get your boy and
I
figure
was
it out?
listening. listen to the Jet Jarrett podcast. It talks about Brian Lawler coming in for the first show or whatever.
Yeah.
And I loved hearing to his audio with like Hermes Sadler and stuff. Like, yeah, now give me some of that, brother. Yeah, now give me some of that, brother. Yeah.
That's a really good impression, James.
Yeah, it's actually too good. Honestly, he was such a character. Like he was made for wrestling, man. He really
I think
was
so
made
too.
for
He was,
wrestling.
dude, but he was so over.
Yeah, he was. He was massively over. And he had a cool character and moves, and it's cool. So Too Cool ends up winning the match with the death sentence. That was crazy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Finish back in the day.
That was weird.
that
Yeah,
the finish?
you're right.
I guess so. I was like, what the
It
fuck
was
is
the
the
death
death
sentence.
sentence?
Yeah, I
that
guess
was
you're
crazy.
right. Wow.
Okay, so Too Cool wins with the death sentence.
That's
All
awesome.
those AMW.
Hardcore Holly then attacks Too Cool afterwards, but Rikishi comes in, hits a belly-to-belly on Hardcore, and then hits the bonsai drop on him.
Yes, he puts his
Jim
ass
Ross.
right on him.
Did you hear what he said? He said, let's get cheeky with it.
He does. He does, in fact, say that. And then Too Cool do the dance, but everyone's confused. They're liking it, but they're like, "Oh, this is what you do now."
And they cut away right before Rikishi started twerking. He was going.
Dude,
he was about to start
throwing that
Dude,
ass.
that ass started
Oh my
gyrating,
God.
and then they cut away and said, "No, go back, Rikishi."
You got enough
just
for
getting
Rikishi's
cheeky
ass.
with it.
Right, you got enough of his ass last week with that replay and his balls.
Yeah, that's true. That might be too much ass, actually. So we go to a pre-tape afterwards. Stephanie McMahon bachelorette party.
This
So-
is weird.
Carlos the electrician is here to fix a very serious problem with the wiring in this room.
Well, he's in his electrician outfit as well, Carlos the electrician.
Of course. But then they force this man to strip down. He just wants to do his job.
Yeah, he's
so he
there to-
starts stripping, and he's like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die in here. The room starts to fill with smoke, and everybody's going to die. No one's fixing this wiring issue. Meanwhile, they dragged Carlos out of the room to save his life. They wanted to save Carlos the electrician from dying. Good for them.
I don't know if that. I must have watched the
went-
Peacock version or
They
something.
would
I
go,
don't think.
fuck him. That's what they did.
The WWF Rewind brought to you by Mech Warrior 3. I
On
don't know if I ever
PC
played that
CD-ROM.
one.
No,
You
I
guys play that
no.
one?
No,
I did
Tony,
not, no.
Yeah, I did not play that.
I
Also,
remember something on the original Xbox. It might have been Mech Warrior. It was like a way to soft mod the Xbox. So
oh really?
yeah, I can't remember if it was Mech Warrior or not. It was some
that's
game.
weird.
Mech
Yeah.
Assault might have been it. I don't remember. One of
Yeah,
the games.
but no, I did not play that. And just by the way, just before that, they showed Test getting ready for his match with Triple H by fixing his boots, and then they cut to Triple H, who was also putting on his boots at the same time.
I didn't even know he wore a knee brace at this point. I didn't know he wore it underneath his.
Oh yeah. I guess
yeah,
so.
I didn't know that. Yeah, well, the rewind is Vince McMahon screaming as he hits DX with the rent-a-car.
And then Vince being served the top.
So Triple H versus Test in a singles
two.
match.
Is this on?
Test brings out a ref in a Ronald Reagan mask, and
No.
JR says, that's a Vince McMahon mask.
I think they sold those as Vince McMahon
They
masks.
did, I think,
those
yeah.
were. I think it actually was a Vince McMahon mask.
I don't know.
I think it was. I swear. By the way, we are now in the war zone, gentlemen.
Oh, great. Things are changing.
Not to be confused with the Raw Zone, by the way, later on.
Raw zone?
Oh, the Raw
Later.
zone.
Oh.
That's
Raw
where Mae Young just was.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
The Stooges are backstage watching this match. They love the Vince ref. They're
Yeah,
trying to
Vince is-
actually get Vince to come out here and check this out. They're like, look at this,
Vince,
man.
get
It's
out of the
you.
shitter.
Vince
get out
is
of the
shitting.
shitter. Come watch this.
Vince can't stop shitting during this match.
They do this bit a lot where like someone's in the bathroom taking a shit. What was the other one we were watching where
It was
someone
Mae
was taking a
Young.
shit?
It was Mae
taking a
Young.
shit? Oh, Mae
And
Young
Moolah,
taking a
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
It's Moolah taking a shit.
I love the idea that, I mean, Triple H and Test, in theory, is supposed to be a big match at this point, and Vince can't watch it because he's shitting. He's like, oh,
Dude,
I'm
they were-
bathroom break.
If the original plans are true, it's supposed to be at a pay-per-view for the title, and then they're doing it raw.
Don't they?
and Vince
They don't have a pay-per-view match, these two?
not for the WWF Championship, do they?
Okay, no, not for the title now. I just figured they had one.
Well, Triple H proceeds to have the most boring heat of all time.
God damn, dude.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
just grinding them out for 10 minutes. Fuck it. He
crowd
does,
is just-
the best thing he does is the suck it knee drop. That was sweet. I love that.
The
But that
crowd
was
is
that.
just not.
God
Test
damn
gets
it.
its comeback. He hits the Test bomb and a spinning sidewalk slam. Crowd starts to wake up a little bit. Triple H goes to get a chair, but Vince the ref grabs the chair and tells him to chill out.
Yeah.
Triple H then attacks Vince the ref and tries to rip the mask off like he's Scooby-Doo.
Ah, ah.
Shane McMahon comes in with the tux on and hits Triple H with the chair shot.
There's a sign in the crowd that says, I poop too much.
That was Vince. Test then goes to the top and hits his patented Test elbow drop
Hell
to beat
yeah.
Triple H with a fast count from Vince ref.
I was so excited that he hit the Test elbow drop. I love that fucking move.
Patented Test elbow drop. Love that shit. So yeah, that match was wow. If they were going to run that at a pay-per-view, it was going to.
Yeah, I'm glad that. Yeah, no, thank you, Tommy.
They had a pre-tape. Stephanie McMahon at her bachelorette party. Moolah and May come back into the room from saving Carlos the Electrician's
Sucking
life.
Carlos's cock. They just sucked his fucking dick.
Moolah and Mae Young have caught a compromise to a permanent end. Carlos the Electrician.
They also gave Carlos the top.
Stephanie then has a shot of something or another. I don't know.
Yeah, Champagne Jean comes back and
That's
gives
a
her
shot
one more
from Gene.
one more drink for the road, he says.
There's more coming out. We'll figure.
Oh my
Talk
God.
later.
Ooh. Backstage segment. Triple H is talking to LA's finest. He said, "How
Hey,
the
pigs.
fuck
Hey,
did
fucking
you guys
pigs."
let this motherfucker come into the ring? That was Vince in a Vince mask." And they go, "I don't know. That didn't look like
Do
that
your
could be
damn
anybody."
job, you bunch of
Did we ever-
jackasses.
Did this ever go? Did they ever find out who was in the mask? I don't even know.
It's
They
been
just
never did. We know,
Yeah.
but do they actually show it on
I
television?
feel like they do. Like I feel like Vince in a Vince mask shows up again.
Ah, it's
Oh,
me.
like the next week. Like next week, he's Vincent Vince mask
It,
again.
maybe
Okay.
there's another match where he does it, like another Triple H match or so. I feel like they do it, but I can't say for sure.
We have an in-ring segment. Michael Cole tells the crowd about the annual Gravy Bowl match that happened on
Gravy
SmackDown.
bowl match.
We had
What
a great bowl
it
match,
was.
but was it as good as a mud take your clothes
Mud rip off the
match?
clothes match?
Yeah, was it as good? I don't know. What are the ratings on that? We got to compare the
Mud
rating.
rip off the clothes match is hilarious because it's like they started coming up with a name and they just said, "Fuck it, man, Mud rip off the clothes."
I mean, if you're tuning in and you see mud rip off your clothes, you know what you're getting. Gravy Bowl challenge,
yeah.
maybe not.
Mud
Maybe
rip
not.
off the clothes. Mud rip off the clothes.
If I hear a Gravy Bowl challenge, I think it's like an eating contest. But mud
Why
rip your
was
clothes
Bertha
off
Faye
challenge?
not in this fucking match? Is what
Well,
I want
guess
to know.
what, boys? This is the last you're ever going to see that stupid chick. It's SmackDown's getting fucking trolled.
Well, it's gonna go to
PvPG.
Raw.
No,
Yeah,
we get Gravy Bowl challenges later on in SmackDown.
Trish is
history.
definitely in one later.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I know. They have them forever. Dude,
Honestly,
2006, there's still Gravy Bowl matches. So, like, whatever.
In my mind, I feel like Trish was in one on SmackDown.
Probably.
So maybe they don't go
there's
away.
Yeah, no, I don't think anything. I think they just lied. I think they just straight up lied. They're like, yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
changing everything here. But like Meltzer said,
wink,
the,
wink.
The TV ratings are literally just chosen by the producer. They're not like overlooked by anyone at this point. It's literally just the
Yeah.
producer of the show goes, this is TV 14 or this is TV PG. So they
Sure.
can just say, yeah, we're TV PG. And here's the Gravy Bowl. So like,
This is
do whatever they
PG
want.
content.
So Jackie ended up beating Ivory with Miss Kitty as the ref in the Gravy Bowl.
Yes.
Ivory attacked Miss Kitty, who then got a mushroom from the Gravy Bowl lodged in her throat.
Yes, she was
So
going to
the-
die.
EMT had to do Heimlich on her to get the mushroom.
Mushroom out. And Ivory did not like that. So Ivory exposes the EMT's titties.
What's up with Ivory? Ivory attacks the EMT and it strips her top off to reveal her big titties.
That's fucking crazy.
Fuck.
going
Yeah,
on?
the Gravy Bowl is wild. Okay.
She works for the country. She's a hard worker. She puts her life on the line. And Ivory just exposes her bosoms like that? That's disrespectful.
That's crazy. Let me
What
get
the
another Gravy Bowl.
fuck? What
Yeah.
the hell?
Shouts out Gravy Bowl.
Michael then brings out the EMT.
Yeah, get out
known
here.
As Barbara Bush.
Thankfully, she has her own music, too.
She comes out to stripper music. She's an EMT.
Do it now!
Her name is Barbara Bush.
Yeah.
Or her friends call her BB.
Patricia Pussy on the way to the ring.
I love how commentary's like, oh, we're really going with Barbara Bush. We're really doing this. Okay, her
That's
name's
what-
Barbara
yeah,
Bush.
okay.
Barbara Bush?
That
No,
was
this
definitely
is
a call like right then. All right, Barbara Bush. That's your name.
Barbara Bush.
BB. Bush.
a lot of vagina. That's her name. Let's go.
So yeah, she said, my friends call me BB. Michael calls it okay. And then
Call
BB
me whatever
challenged Ivory to an evening gown match because as an EMT that was stripped with her big ass titties, of course, the next logical step for Barbara Bush is an evening gown match. At the
I want to
pay-per-view.
expose your big ass titties now, Ivory.
They have the match at the pay per view. They have the evening gown match.
Ivory
By the
comes
way,
out.
I
Oh,
do
go
want
on.
to let you guys know Ivory is the top woman in the company here. She is the champion
She's
of
just
the women.
on a magazine. Yeah.
Entertainment
She's the-
Weekly.
She's the face of the women's division, and she's with a BB. Right
She comes
now.
out here with a sweet jacket on.
Oh yeah, she comes out here real. She's like, you are not looking at any of me. Don't
Yeah,
even
fuck
take
you.
a look here. Ivory says your friends call you BB because you're a blonde bimbo. What?
Yeah.
Big boobs. What? Bird brain.
Bird brain. I love bird brain. That was awesome.
Bird brain. That's a Stone Cold line if I ever heard one.
You said, do you all want to see Ivory naked? Sure.
Biggest pop of the night. Yeah, you're just trying to make friends with all these perverts in the audience. Yeah.
I'm a pervert. Yeah.
Ivory then takes her top off and then she's like, okay, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna show you all you fucking perverts. I'm gonna show you my titties. Here, hold on now.
And then she attacks BB and rips her top off
Give
too.
me the titties.
You think Vince like hand wrote this? Like backstage writing this in? Okay, so
Ivory's gonna go out. All right, Ivory, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna get heat. You're gonna tell them that they're perverted little freaks out there. And
It's
then
like,
you're
okay,
gonna
that sounds great. That sounds great. Ivory's like, so what do we do next? Well, then you
And
take
then
the
you're
top
gonna
off.
show them your titties.
But I don't understand.
Yeah, and that's not all. And then, BB, you're gonna get your top ripped off, and you're both gonna roll around with your big fucking tits.
How does this even get past? Like, how do you pitch this to these women with a straight face and say this is what you're gonna go out there and do? How do you do that?
JR, Ivory rips off BB's top, and JR says, "Wow, that's a large bra she's wearing."
I write that down. That's fucking Jim Ross, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow, what a segment.
This angle makes no fucking sense.
They
at all.
already blew the evening gown match by having them come out with their titties all out.
Yeah.
And then they
Why
fucking
did Ivory
Ivory's
do
in her
that?
evening gown. Yeah, and so like they have the match. Like I thought like that was it. Oh, okay, like yeah, like she's obviously not
No,
gonna
they
accept
have
this
the match.
They have the fucking match at the pay-per-view.
Not all right, here. I'll tell you, it's not a singles match either. It turned into a 4-way evening gown pool match with Moolah and Mae Young as the guest referees. The women's title is on the line. It is BB, Ivory, Jacqueline, and Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty wins in 3 minutes.
Isn't it where she takes her top off and she's naked?
What? You sound so excited.
No, Miss Kitty.
Yeah,
Isn't that when
no,
is that the pay-per-view when she did it?
I don't know if
And
that's
kids
the
came
one.
out?
Maybe it might be.
Oh, where it was a shoot. Like she just said,
Yeah, she just says it. No, that might have been one of the. Wasn't that like one of the Rumbles where they did like the evening gown thing? No, you know what, Tony? I think you're right. I think that was that match.
Was it
She
really?
she just rips her fucking bra off and shows her tits on TV right next to Mae Young.
Right if she wins a title.
Yeah, she wants the title.
Couldn't write anything better
awesome.
than that, brother.
Evening gown pool match. Stepping it up.
Full
Stepping
rip
up,
off the
so.
clothes match. Backstage
gimmick.
segment. Vince tells the cops, why would I be in the ring in a Vince mask? I'm Vince.
Yeah.
That's the best alibi I've ever heard.
Yeah. Pat Patterson, yeah, he was here with that guy. Don't you smell his shit? It smells like shit back here, doesn't it?
Come on,
Vince
Pat. Now,
was-
come on, Pat.
Yeah, what are you doing?
We just
Come on.
It shows the girls getting ready for the wedding. Linda walks in looking very nice. Good for Linda.
Are you not supposed to wear a black dress at a wedding?
Yeah, I
No, it's
believe
white.
that's.
It's white. You're not supposed to wear a
Linda
white
is
dress
in
at
a
wedding.
black dress.
You're not
Yeah,
supposed to wear a white
well-
dress at a wedding.
No, but I don't think you're supposed to wear a black dress either.
Right, that's like an old.
Yeah.
Is it?
I
Is
think
it
you're not
bad
supposed to
luck?
wear black because it's a funeral color.
Yeah, and then
you're
you
not-
don't
and
wear
you're not
white
supposed to white
because
of the bride.
Yes.
Maybe
So
it
thank
was.
you.
Maybe it was a foreshadowing.
Ah.
Yeah, it absolutely wasn't. I think she just wanted to wear that dress.
Google search says you're wrong.
She did look good.
I just
Yeah,
looked
she
up this Google search. It says absolutely acceptable for a female to wear a black dress at a wedding. So
Okay, listen,
Sure.
1999, Tony.
You're
Different
sure-
era.
you're
It
fucking right.
absolutely
Oh,
is
and-
acceptable, but it's also
Yeah.
it's like walking under a ladder or
Yeah,
breaking
it's
a
like-
mirror.
right.
You always
Yes.
walk under a ladder, especially if you're in a ladder match.
Well, look
That's
what happened to
just
Jeff
the rule.
Hardy who did that, Tony.
Val Venus versus Kurt Angle in a singles match. Val
Yes.
Venus comes out and says him and Shaq have a lot in common. They both carry intimidating size, and while Shaq might be a little shaky from the outside, Val's bald-headed dunker scores every single time.
The big Valboski's bald-headed slam dunker. What the fuck, dude?
I was like, Kurt, could you just beat the dog shots, dude? Just fucking embarrass him right
Yeah,
here.
Kurt comes out and says, I realize we're in Los Angeles, a city that lacks integrity and moral value, Well, you would rather cheer a porn star over me? What is wrong with you people? He's flipping out.
Kurt was fantastic from day one.
He's all dude.
Yeah,
he was
awesome.
money from the rip.
So Kurt has a sleeper on Val Venus. Val actually reverses the sleeper into a spinning sit-out bomb, which was actually pretty sick.
Crazy, yeah.
Val goes for the money shot, but the Bulldog comes down and pushes him.
And
Kurt hits a superplex, but Val kicks out at 2 of the superplex on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Val then goes to the outside and attacks the Bulldog.
The referee's watching this.
Doesn't care. It's the war zone, baby.
Just letting you know.
Bulldog hits Val with the chair, and then Kurt Angle wins with the Olympic Slam.
Excuse you, that is the reverse fireman's carry.
It is.
He did
Yes.
call it that, didn't he? That's fucked. I don't even know how
Bulldog also hit, Bulldog hit Val Venus with an upside down chair. What the?
He's
Never seen
holding
a
it
chair in his life.
backwards. I don't even understand.
Yeah,
why.
what's going on
too. He's
here?
like, I'll hit you when the ref's not looking. Bulldog was like really making sure the ref wasn't looking. I'm like, I promise you they don't care. I promise you they don't care. I also love that Kurt did his drop to his knees pose after the win here with Beast.
The celebration.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
So the backstage, the groomsmen are getting ready. Chosen by test, the following people are the groomsmen. The Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, D'Lo Brown, Sean Stasiak, and the Stooges.
Like, there's no one cooler you could have got here. No,
These are all test boys.
Like, wouldn't the union be? Wasn't Test in the union?
I don't think the
part of
union happens yet.
I know, but wouldn't you Mankind?
Sure. Well,
Ken
Mankind's in a match,
Shamrock.
so maybe that's why he couldn't be. Shamrock could. Where is Shamrock?
What
Shamrock
a
on the show?
stable. This is awesome.
What about like Too Cool? Too Cool? Would've been
No,
there.
Sean Stasiak, pal.
Sean Stasiak is fired soon.
Soon, yeah, not yet. Backstage segment. Al Snow is still talking to Mick Foley about The Rock's stupid eyebrow gimmick.
Fuck you.
Keeps saying, I hate The Rock, I hate The Rock, I hate The Rock. It
He's a
fans out.
bitch.
The Rock
Fuck
is
The Rock.
standing right behind him
Oh
now.
no, he's wearing
This-
a Brahma Bull popped collar track jacket.
This
That
might be
is
an
so
all-time Rock backstage segment. I'm not even
There's
kidding.
so much going on here. Yeah.
Lot to unpack. So The Rock stands there, I mean, right in front of Al Snow and starts doing bits with Al Snow involved in this at all. Al
who's
Snow's in
this
the
guy?
background.
Yeah.
The Rock goes, finally. He does the whole finally bit. Al Snow's still standing there. The Rock starts talking to Foley. The Rock says, I come back to a jabroni badmouthing me. A man that cleans buildings. Cleans the piss out of a toilet.
Who is this Rudy Poo? And Mankind says, Al. He wants to be a partner tonight. Rock says,
Al?
Al? Al? Is this Jabroni's name?
Fucking ended Al Snow's whole career. There's nothing after this, bro. We were just talking about this. What did
Yes.
Al Snow do? Al Snow just goes, Rock, you know me. We talked last week. Al.
He says, it's going to be The Rock, the great one, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today. 3-time WWF champion, the People's Champion, teaming with Al. This
This was so good. There's
Yeah.
like The Rock was like far and beyond. Like Stone Cold wasn't on the show, so The Rock is like far and beyond the
Yes.
most over guy. It's insane. The crowd was
Absolutely.
blowing
For
up
sure.
for this. The Rock then goes on a tirade about the LA Kings. I was surprised he went for the LA Kings. That's an interesting move.
I can read it if you'd like. 'Cause
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. He says, if Al has that question, let The Rock answer it with a question of his own. Ask Al.
Al.
Al Snow is standing right next to him.
This is a great shot too. You got The Rock close to the camera, Mick Foley a little farther away, and then Al Snow on the far back.
It's Ask Al, the home of the Los Angeles Kings, how he feels about going to the Los Angeles Kings locker room, get a dirty jock, a hockey mask, and a hockey stick. Put the jock on his head. Put the mask on his face. Hold the hockey stick tight, and then tell Al to take the hockey stick, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up his candy ass. And then tell Al if he smells what The Rock is cooking.
As Al Snow standing right next to him.
Al is still there.
Al's getting progressively pissed off as he's howling. His face is getting real scrunched up. He's not liking this at all.
Just
And
that was a little shorter version. This is a 5-minute segment.
Mick Foley, Rock walks out. Mick Foley says, "It looks like you're out, Al." Said, "We're still down for Disney Bar, though, right?" Al still smiles, gives him a high five. Hell yeah!
Just tremendous.
This is a great, this is like an all-time Rock segment right here.
Ow.
Just fantastic. Ow. Is this your
Ended this whole man's career in one sentence. Ow.
He had no chance, bro. Like, what the fuck does this guy do now? Al. You got to change his name.
No one noticed his first name was Al until The Rock buried him.
You got to change his name now. Al.
In
This guy.
kayfabe, Al Snow's been in this company for years. The Rock has no clue.
They just talked last week.
Al.
That's awesome. Wow. That's probably my favorite segment of the night by far.
Yeah, it's great.
We get the WWF Slam of the Week brought to you by WWF WrestleMania 2000.
For the N64.
It shows The Rock giving the People's Elbow to Crash to win #1 contendership for the tag titles.
Yeah.
Wow, why does no one do this now? Why don't you just have like a team of like 2 top like uppercard guys and just like, fuck, I'm just going to go win the tag titles.
Yeah, I mean, that.
Like this is exactly what they did. It was Mankind and The Rock versus the Holly cousins.
Yeah, right, exactly.
like there's no chance.
That's the easiest way to make any belt feel important is have somebody important want it.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. We have DX versus The Rock, Mankind, and a mystery partner.
Oh my god.
DX comes out. X-Pac is the only person here who gets booed. Kane is also the mystery partner for The Rock and Mankind.
But he comes out first.
Hell yeah, he does it. Who's this? What's he out here for? So I guess he's the mystery partner.
Yeah. I guess so.
We get into the match. Mankind does a leg drop from the corner on Road Dogg. I feel like Mankind was just doing whatever the fuck you wanted at this time.
Yeah, I think so too.
DX spins a bit, getting heat on Mankind. Crowd wants The Rock to make the save so fucking bad. It's insane.
Please.
What a great, teaming them up and doing this was such a good call on their side here.
Yeah, absolutely. X-Pac goes for the Bronco Buster. Mankind puts him in the mandible claw. And then in front of the referee, the X-Pac low blows Mankind. No DQ.
Huge pop for the Socko. Where the hell did he get that? He just
it really was kind of
Socko?
crazy. Yeah, it was a good shot.
The Rock gets a hot tag, fucking on fire. Crowd erupts.
Yeah.
Dude's hot tag was just punches and a DDT, and the crowd is just going insane.
Fuck yeah.
Just crazy, man. That's wrestling's so different now, man. It's so different. The Rock hits the rock bottom on Billy Gunn. Al Snow comes in and attacks DX with head. And DX wins by DQ.
Yeah, he fucking.
And then The Rock takes liberties with Al Snow.
He beats the shit out of him.
Hits the people's elbow on Al Snow, and the people go crazy for it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this was really fun. This was cool.
It was good.
Backstage segment. Bubba, an hour later, still pissed about the son of a bitch line from Farouk earlier.
Farouk has had enough of an hour long of Bubba stuttering. He says, "I'm getting sick of your stuttering. How about we put our foot up your ass?"
Well, Bubba says Farouk doesn't know him well enough to stick anything up his ass. So Bubba's cool with it as long as you're friends or whatever.
Yeah, and then they all bury the public enemy.
Yeah, I know, what the fuck?
Yvonne says, "We might be your enemy," and Bubba says, "Well, we're not the public enemy." And Brad goes, "Yeah, they're dead." And then Farouk says, "Yeah, the damn sure their careers are." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Like,
So, for reference, that Heat match happened on March 7th of 99. So this was months and months and months and months. I mean, this is way later.
Well, that's why I think because the Dudleys came in, like, I feel like the Dudleys had a harder time when they came in because of the Public Enemy, because the Public Enemy came in with like a shitty attitude and everyone hated them.
Yeah. So also for people who do not know, the Public Enemy came in, wanted to change a finish to a Heat match with the Acolytes.
Yeah, like they wanted to do a table, or they didn't want to do a table bump or something, right?
So the finish originally was that the Public Enemy were going to get put through tables by the Acolytes.
Right.
And they literally right before they went out there, Public Enemy went up to the Acolytes and said, it went up to Bradshaw specifically and said, "Hey, brother, we're not taking the table tonight. Let's do something else." And then Bradshaw went to tell Farouk, and Farouk said, they said, "What?" So they go out there and they put the Public Enemy through a table and they beat the fucking shit out of them for like 8 minutes.
They beat the dog shit. They dog walk these two. Like, just kill them with chairs. Like, it's go out of your way to find out. I'm pretty sure that's also their last match in the company.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for them. So it shows a bunch of shit backstage from the Bachelor and Bachelorette side of stuff.
Yes,
nothing
bridesmaids
really too much.
are
This is
back
very
there.
WCW feel, where like they're just like showing shit backstage.
Yeah.
They see Stephanie in her dress for the first time. They're all very happy about it. They say, "Turn around, bitch." And they showed Test and the groomsmen in the locker room, just getting it together there.
So we go backstage again. Bubba goes all in with a bunch of change. He's got glasses. He gives him Devon's watch.
He takes Devon's glasses and his bracelet and his watch.
And then Bubba says, "Look what I got. Read me wheat. 6 aces."
Well, but
No,
just before he
hold
does that, 6 aces is amazing. That's just tremendous. Brad Joe says, "Hurry up, I gotta go see your mama." And Bubba says, "You better lay off my mama." And Brad Joe says, "I'm gonna lay on your mama." But yes, Bubba.
APA might be one of my favorite tag
What a
teams
great
forever.
all their backstage segments. How is nobody? Maybe there is. If someone hasn't already done this, please make a compilation of APA backstage segments and put it on
they're
YouTube
awesome.
or something.
Yeah.
And
That's-
also include every single handicap, no mercy APA moment.
God damn it!
The worst ever.
Why was that so hard?
I don't know. I just kind of had to run from them and hide in the trailer and then hope I can catch one of them off guard.
Why did
It's such a pain
Why
in
was
the
there
ass.
so many handicap matches in those stories?
That was the only way to make the game more difficult was to
I guess so,
was to
yeah, you're
side-
right.
Yeah, really.
nowadays it's the game's difficulty equals they reverse everything, which is
Yeah, that's all it
dog
is.
shit.
If you make a game harder, I feel like from the SPR series up until now, the only thing that changes when you up difficulty is how much they reverse.
which is
Yeah.
not a great. They have to
No,
come up
it
with something
sucks.
different, man.
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
not
yeah.
fun. Maybe
No.
kickouts or something. There's definitely a way you can do it. It's just
Yeah,
It's
or
because
or their energy is it's harder to hurt them more or something, you know what I mean? It takes longer to
Yeah.
damage them, get them the red health or something.
I was thinking about this the other day too. Really quick, just sidebar out here.
Yeah, whatever.
For games, but back in the day, I feel like SmackDown versus SmackDown and SmackDown versus Raw. I think probably around 07 or 08 it stopped being this, but back then those games were fucking fighting games. They were not.
Yeah.
Sports games.
Those were
Yeah.
games that if I was playing with casual wrestling fan friends at my house, they would be down. This was fun. We could just fucking fight. No, I didn't have to tell them how to play. They okay, this is reverse and this is grab. That's all you need to know.
That's why
everything
the
else you
hockey
figure it
games were
out.
super popular too. They were legit fighting games under the veil of a wrestling video game.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we've gotten so far away from that now where it's once we started, and that's why I say 07, 08, it feels like we started simulating the TV stuff,
Yes.
And it started getting away from being an actual fighting game, and now it's just some bastardization of what it used to be. And it's
No,
we
because
haven't we've never really recovered from that.
No,
Where we've
no.
gone back to
Sure.
a fighting game. So that's what I'm kind of hoping the AEW game is.
I think
is
so, too.
that
That's
it
what I want,
feels
too.
more like a fighting game where I
Yeah.
can get my friend on and it clicks instantly where they're like, oh, it's just a fighting game.
Yeah, I
It's-
can punch
it's
you
actually-
and I can grab you, and that's all I need to know.
It's the most accessible, and maybe that's why they're probably popular. We were talking about that Power Rangers fighting game that you and
Yeah,
Chris
yeah,
played.
yeah.
And I'm like, I would like to get on and play it, but really we're just gonna be smashing buttons and doing nothing when we
Sure.
because it takes time to learn a fighting game. It takes time for you to figure
Yeah.
out the combos and mechanics and zoning.
Those are the kind of games I really like. Is that they're easy to pick up, but they're hard to master. But when you master it, it's it feels
Yeah.
I can pick up Here Comes the Pain now and still have that fucking muscle memory. And I can still play it with somebody that doesn't know it, and they'd still have a good time because I know more than they do, but they still get the idea because it's reverse grab and punch.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that these old games were the most accessible fighting games
Yeah.
ever. I
Yeah.
mean, you get someone to get on, it's most of the time when you get someone new to play a fighting game, they're the cool thing that they find the coolest is the moves. They're oh, okay, I
Yes.
like this character because he has a bunch of cool moves. When wrestling games, every character has a bunch of cool moves, and you can do all of them without learning anything. You
Right,
just have
exactly.
to,
Yeah.
you can just do them. That's so sick. And I feel like we've gotten so far away from that. And
You don't
that
think
was just something
you
I
don't
was
like
thinking about the other
Predator
day.
technology? You don't think I've worked for the games very well?
Things just got so far away, bro. I don't even know what's going on anymore. So hopefully maybe that comes back and we can get around to that. But
Here's hoping.
it's just a philosophy thing, I think, where it's
Yeah.
not a fighting game anymore.
But you know
and
what's
it's just
weird
a
is that
sports game.
there's people that there's some people that just never played that kind of wrestling game ever.
Sure. I mean, honestly, we talked about this too a little bit. There's been more bad wrestling games than there's ever been good wrestling games.
Sure.
We're at that point now where
Yeah.
Wow.
this genre has
Yeah.
sucked more than it's ever been
That's
good.
so fucked
Yeah.
up to think about.
Yeah.
But that was a little sidebar. I was just thinking about
Yeah.
that earlier this week. I
No,
thought it'd be cool
hey,
to talk about.
I liked it. Good talk.
so-
Anyway, 6 aces.
6 aces somehow. Bradshaw instantly gets pissed off. You son of a fucking bitch.
Motherfucker.
He said, Bubba says, that's called jackpot, baby. Bradshaw said, you son of a bitch. He takes a bottle of whiskey, just hits him over the head with it.
start
Bubba
brawling.
goes down. Yeah, this shit's crazy. Farouk flips a table. He's got the cigar in his mouth the whole brawl. Never gets out of his mouth once.
Lawler
That's
on
crazy.
commentary says, I think that's known as a dead man's hand. Oh my God, aces and eights, baby.
Oh my God, he's gonna come in with the ball peen hammer. It's Doc Gallows.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. APA rules. This is seriously
Yeah,
one of the
I
great
agree.
gimmicks
so
ever.
good. Yeah.
And they're not even APA yet. They're still just
Yeah,
acolytes.
they're the
here.
acolytes.
Yeah.
Hell's Henchmen at the time.
Yeah,
That shirt's
yeah.
pretty cool too.
It
I
is
like
cool.
that. So WWF actually bought an ad for the wedding in USA Today, which is kind of nuts. Like,
Smart, though.
yeah, sure. DX was backstage laughing about something. Obviously, Triple H has something up his
Doing
sleeve here.
bits.
Carrie-esque, I guess, before they drop the shit on her head, sort of thing.
He's got a flower in his jacket, too.
So, JR says it every time. He's like, well, she ain't got a little braid hair going on.
Yeah.
So we get to the wedding part. So they have everyone come down the ramp, and I want to just read these names out real quick for
Okay,
you.
I'm glad. I wrote them down just in case. I'm glad you
Okay,
wrote them.
make sure that double check on me that I got these
Okay,
right,
I
because
will.
these are fucked. All right, so Edge comes down to the ring with Amanda Case.
Yeah.
Was that
I mean,
right?
I think it's Kate, but close enough.
Amanda Kate.
Yes.
We have Lisa Fox and Maddie Jenny. Is that right?
Maddie Jenny is correct. Escorted by
Maddie
Sean
Jenny-
Stasiak.
And Lisa Fox with meat.
Why? He had two women.
Now, I believe this is her sister, Jenny.
Jenny is, I guess, the sister of Maddie Jenny. I didn't make the connection yet.
Jenny escorted by Christian. Now, I want
Yes.
listen to this.
This is my
First off.
favorite. These next two are my favorite ones.
So listen to these names. D'Lo Brown comes out with Mandy Van Dam.
And
I hear
then
she's one of a kind.
she is what Jeff Hardy comes out with Corey Seabury.
Seabury? Who the fuck are these people?
I'd love to know, like, these can't be their real names, right? Like
They
just
gimmicked Edge and creation of D'Lo Brown. They said, here's Maddie Jenny and Corey Seabury.
Jenny.
God.
There's no way her fucking name is Jenny, brother.
Jenny
Can't
and Maddie
be.
Van Dam? What the fuck? They were on Dark last week. Matt Hardy comes out with Kristen Soto.
Yes.
Kristen Soto.
Kristen
Gerald Briscoe
Soto.
comes out with Fabulous Moolah.
Yes.
Pat Patterson comes out with Mae Young. Shane comes out with Linda.
Yes.
And then the groom Test comes to the ring with his own music.
Freaking for a jack. Dude, hit Test music. He comes out, storming to the ring.
I cracked up so hard.
I did
Test. At the wedding, what the
If
fuck?
I don't get my own entrance music at my wedding, everybody dies.
You come out to 1, 2. Is this on?
Corey Seabury and Mandy Van Dam, and here's Test, the groom.
Yo, Mandy
Test.
Van Dam's invited to my wedding. I'll tell you
Dude,
that much.
they say his name Andrew Martin 100 times, and they're like, here's Test, the groom. Okay.
Vince brings Stephanie to the ring, and Stephanie almost fucking breaks both of her ankles multiple times trying to get up the stairs in her
His heels in that dress,
Yeah.
yeah, this ain't working, brother.
They show the shot. It's Stephanie and Tess standing, across from each other. The pastor behind them. There's a gigantic sign you can see in the crowd behind the pastor that says, "Tess, just say no."
Yeah, it's there the whole time. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Great placement.
It's tremendous.
And actually, like I said, like it's funny because this actually feels pretty authentic. I mean, other than like
Sure.
Tess coming to his entrance music and
That,
Maddie. Van
honestly,
Dam
in
or
these,
whatever.
in these days, that actually is authentic. People fucking do that shit all the time going out to wrestling songs.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Now I've seen it on Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
So Johnny, speaking of that sign, can I tell
Yes.
you what Vince Russo says his original plan was for
Vince
the
Russo
wedding?
had a different plan. Oh yeah, because he's gone, right?
He was in the
So-
company. This was like years ago. He had like a different podcast before like what he has here.
Yes.
But he has on record saying, Ed Ferrara and I knew all along we were going to do with the Stephanie Tess storyline. It was never
Okay.
in question. Our plan all along was for Tess to stand her up at the altar. This is the plan we were going to make
What?
Tess the heel. And the issue was he was going to have an issue with Shane and the whole family. And that's where we're going to go. We never wrote a story. We didn't know where the thing was going.
That's a
What'd he
fucking
say?
lie on that last sentence.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're telling
yeah.
me Russo's never wrote a story he didn't have an ending to? Okay.
Hey, man.
I don't know. I feel like it probably was an idea he had, and they said that's fucking stupid. Don't do that. That would have
Well, there
been
you go.
so, like God. I feel like that would have like. I don't know, man. Would that have hurt Test any more than it ended up hurting him? I don't know, but I don't know. It seems
I don't
weird.
think they would do
Yeah.
a whole wedding just for Tess to hold up Stephanie and like that was the whole story.
There had to have been a swerve. You know that was
Yeah,
coming.
you're
Something
right,
was
you're right.
happening. What they went with, I feel like, is the better idea. If
I
Test
think
had
it
said
was
no and became a heel out of that, would that have been better for his career? I don't know. Because
Test is now the leader of DX.
yeah, like what does he do? Does he join DX? Right? Yeah, I know that was originally when he first came in, he was supposed to be DX's bodyguard.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's where they're like, all right, we'll do this now or what. Like Test feuds with the McMahons, and then what does he do? He's not gonna fucking beat.
Well, everything was
Triple
so
H.
down to the wire at the time. Like when it came to writing and shit, it seemed like they were doing stuff like right as the show started. And
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like they're calling off like because earlier I was telling you they were saying that it was Test was going to win the WWF title, like,
Yeah.
like Triple
You
H,
know what?
and then they're like,
What I could have seen happening because of how they treated him, Test absolutely could have beat Big Show for the belt. That would have
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
happened
you're
easily.
right.
yeah, probably. That's about it. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Dude, Test is so sweaty here. He is so sweaty.
Dude, he is dripping.
Why
he
is
is
he dripping?
perspiring.
Dude had
he's
to work the
so
longest
sweaty.
match of the night tonight
Dude,
and then do this. Come on.
Yeah.
Guys,
Fuck.
it is nerve wracking up there. Your wedding day, man.
Were you
Yeah.
sweating like
Sweating.
Test?
I was, dude. I was sweating
Oh,
like
wow.
this.
Fuck.
They do this two-piece group singing gimmick right in the middle of
Yeah.
this, and they finish the whole song with nothing happened. They just finished the song.
They just did a performance and it was nice. Thank you.
and the crowd boos.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Should there be anyone who has cause why this couple should not be united in marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace.
And the whole
then
crowd
nobody
goes,
says
me,
anything.
me.
Hey. And then nobody says anything. So pastor says, Andrew, do you take Stephanie to be your wife? 1, 2.
No.
Is this on? Here comes
How
Triple H.
awesome was that, man? Yeah, that was
Dude,
really good.
This might be one of the most underrated visuals in all of wrestling. Triple H's music hits, they hit his lights with the crazy fucking strobe lights, and it's raining down on this wedding, and you can see Test and Stephanie like underneath all these lights, and then Triple H comes out. This is like one of the coolest visuals ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was really dope. This was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Triple H comes out and he says, "Hey, I got this video," and then he forgets to say like roll the footage. He just looks at the thing. And says,
Walks away.
so it's Triple H in Vegas riding around in the car.
Yeah.
As far as we can see, it's just him in the car currently.
He's talking to the cameraman though. He says, "Hey Gene, get off that stratosphere and film this strip."
Yeah, so
Wait,
this is
Gene?
Gene from earlier.
Gene.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they announced. I don't think we realized because they don't say his. Do they say his name?
The, Triple
in
H
the-
says Gene.
Yeah, he says
No,
Gene.
no. There. I
definitely
mean,
says-
but they didn't
No,
mention
I
him
don't
by
think
name
they
in
said
the
it earlier.
bachelorette party, right?
yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Okay.
They did.
They did.
It-
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
I
realize
don't think
that.
they did.
It was Gene. Yeah, no. Stephanie says, "Gene, give me another
Oh,
champagne."
okay,
Gene.
okay.
So they
Okay.
definitely make
Well, they shouldn't have did that.
reference to that. Yes.
Well, Triple H sees a bunch of adult movie places in
Cool.
Vegas.
Yeah.
That's all he sees, actually.
Yeah,
Is just adult
titties
movie
and
places. That's
porn.
it. That's all they have in
Awesome.
Vegas, apparently, is just adult movie
Yeah.
places and summer stuff.
That's all we saw when we went too. So that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's true.
So it shows the Little White Chapel, and he's like, "Well, look at this place. It's awesome." And he says, "Look, there's a tunnel of love. There are a bunch of different packages in the tunnel
Yeah.
of love." Triple H goes for the cheapest one possible. He's like, "Oh, 40
Only-
bucks. Awesome."
Only $40. Yeah.
great.
He said, "This is the most romantic place on the face of the earth. Look at all these fat shrubs with their wieners hanging out." That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Little angels. Look at
Yeah,
the
those
little
are
tight dicks.
wieners.
So someone comes down and goes, "Hey, you're Triple H." You get damn straight I am.
You damn right.
Triple H has his little marriage license gimmick, the ring, and 40 bucks. And he goes, "All right, let's do this." So she's like, she runs through it. Triple H says, "I do." And then Triple H turns around and he goes, "I also do." For Stephanie.
It's me, I'm Stephanie. Hello.
Yeah, it's dark. She can't tell what's going on. So she's
When
like,
they
"Oh,
pan
yeah,
over
sure."
to Stephanie, Jared says, "My God."
Oh god.
So he keeps rushing the person. He's like, "Come on, just get to the point.
on,
Let's get over here."
Get to the
go.
IDs, the yada
Let's
yada,
get
the
it.
rings. Let's do it. Come on. Hurry up.
And then Triple H adds Stephanie, goes, "I promise to love, honor, and definitely obey everything he says." And then it shows the bartender Gene from earlier. He was the cameraman the whole time. He's like, "Get the cups out. Get
them
put
cans,
the thing
son.
on the car."
Yeah,
Yeah.
get them cans out there.
And he does. And then they get back in the car and it rides away with the "just married" on the license plate and
Yes.
a bunch of stuff going on. And
Oh my God.
we cut back to the actual arena. And
Yes.
everyone is just in disarray here. They're
Stephanie's
This
in
is-
tears here. She's
This
bawling.
is a scene, man. This is a
Yeah.
scene.
Tess is like, I'm mad.
Test is fuming.
I'm
Stephanie's
mad.
Still
crying.
he's still sweating. Testa just dripping with sweat.
God, it's hot in here. I'm mad.
Triple H's lines here I remember like forever.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
incredible. Triple H says, "Now, Vince, as a member of the immediate family, I know that you can only have one question on your mind, Dad." Stephanie, they cut to Stephanie and she screams, "I hate you!" And Triple H says, "And that is not did we, but how many times did we consummate the marriage?" Crowd pops. Yeah, the crowd pops for it. Tesco, you son of a bitch, starts chasing him. Stephanie is sobbing into Vince's shoulder as the show goes off the air. This is one of the best endings to a Raw ever, man.
Yeah, truly.
We talked about it before too, man.
Yeah.
Wrestling, the WWF was literally like, once Vince McMahon's done with this, I don't know what happens to the WWE.
You
This
would
is
never
literally
see this
just
anywhere else. You'd never see this anywhere
This
else.
is just his promotion. Like everything that ever
It's
happened
Vince Pro
popular,
Wrestling. Yeah.
it's just Vince's shit. If Vince ain't here no more, this shit ain't here no more. What else is there? It's just Vince. The most popular stuff ever is just Vince.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
hired
That's
other
crazy.
wrestlers so he could do the stuff that he wanted to do on television.
Dude, Triple H was so good. Dad, that was awesome,
Yeah, he
man.
did do really good. This was
What
a
a-
really good segment.
Would you like to hear the results for Armageddon as we end this review here?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Armageddon 1999. Al Snow. Oh, this was a dark match, I believe. Al Snow with head defeated Test.
Oh, a dark match?
Yeah.
On the big,
Oh my
big
God.
angle just happened?
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Like 3 weeks later? This is like 2 weeks away?
Yes. I don't know what happens to Test here.
Okay, that's about all I
He's
need
not
to
even
know. What
on the show.
fuck?
Yeah, he's not even on the show. The Acolytes won a battle royal to determine the number one contender for the tag titles at the Rumble by last eliminating the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
Kurt Angle defeated Steve Blackman. Miss Kitty, as I said earlier, beat BB, Ivory, and Jacqueline to win the women's title in an evening gown pool match, and then she showed her titties. The Holly Cousins, defeat Rikishi and Viscera. Holy shit. Val Venus beats the British Bulldog and D'Lo Brown to become the new European champion. Kane with Tori beats X-Pac in a steel cage match. Chris Jericho beats Chyna by submission to win the Intercontinental title. Rock and Mankind beat the New Age Outlaws to become the tag team champions in 16 minutes. Wait, no, not to become the tag champions. Oh my God. They went 16 minutes and then won by DQ. Fuck.
Oh,
Oh my God.
brother.
That's WWF right there, baby.
Big Show defeats the Boss Man to retain the WWF title in 3 minutes. Oh, fuck. All right. And then Triple H defeats Mr. McMahon in a no-holds-barred match in a half hour because Stephanie helped him win.
Is that where it gets revealed that there was all work the whole time?
It was all
Okay.
a work. She wasn't actually drugged. Nothing actually ever. It was all planned from the start.
The
Stephanie
ruse of the century.
wanted to marry Triple H and not Test because Test can't even get booked on this pay-per-view.
That's so fucked, dude. Oh my gosh. Not only did he get shit on at his own wedding, but he's not even booked at the next pay-per-view?
Bitch. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Owned.
Yeah, Tess,
See?
do this angle. I guarantee it'll work out great for you. Just do this angle.
You're going to put me in a match on the pay-per-view and a dark match against Al?